Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, everyone. We're playing our Argonian Whispers in Shadow. Our primary skills are Archery, which is mastered. You can only have one mastered skill per character. This is it. Short Blade, Critical Strike are maxed. Major skills, we got Lockpicking, Pickpocket, Streetwise. And our minor skills, we got Stealth and Mercantile. Mercantile's the buying and selling. For our magic, we got Restoration, which is for restoring stamina. Mysticism for teleporting. Thaumaturgy for levitating. Illusion for producing random candles for no reason. For no reason, yes. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's go ahead and just send this guy away. Next, we are going to check out the... yes, my current quest. So, Queen Baron Zaya, that's Queen of Wayrest. She's a dark elf. Pretty serious business. She sent me to the Temple of Kinnereth in order to steal a holy dagger and then deliver it to someone at the Screaming Barbarian. I believe I did steal the holy dagger successfully, although there it is. There's the holy dagger. So we have to actually return it to a specific person if we find the Screaming Barbarian. It is currently... how far away? It is 9 hours and 45 minutes away. If we were to go on foot, I believe. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to now... we're going to test something, and how we deal with that is we first try to travel there, because we're testing something. So what's going to happen is we're actually going to travel like to Commonwealth Garden, right? I'm going to hit the travel button, then I'm immediately, you're not well, it doesn't matter. Okay, we cancel that travel. See, it's going to ask me if I want to go back. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this road over here. And it turns out what they think, what the developer Hazelnut thinks is causing the problem, is that you see when it pops up, do you want to continue your journey? Lycanthropy. What are you talking about? I'm not a lycanthrope. I'm not even like I'm immune to diseases, so there's no way I could possibly be a lycanthrope. Look at this. I don't have any lycanthropy in my log here. Certainly not. And now, you might think that I dreamed of a man who was less than a man, but no, I'm certainly not going to turn into a werewolf. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Now, what we're going to do now is, as I was saying, resume our journey. We're going to click no. See, what was happening is when we were running on the roads, what was occurring is every time we successfully avoided an encounter, it would immediately peel us off to the direction that we were going to travel. In other words, it resumed the travel. When it's asking me, resume your journey, right? Even though I was taking the roads, every time I successfully avoided an encounter, what we think was happening was I was just randomly peeling off in a different direction because that was the direction that my travel was. That's... how it would, we think it's working. So in theory, when I hit this road, not that road, but there'll be a road. There will be a road eventually, and you will see. All right, so once I hit that button, you'll notice that the travel is gone. Once you hit the quote-unquote path button, even if there's no path to follow, it interrupts the travel. The travel's gone now. So when I hit this, there's no longer travel. Bam, easy peasy. So now I don't have to worry about randomly peeling off whenever I successfully avoid an encounter. At least that's the theory. Well, we need to basically follow these roads for a while and practice this. See if it's actually the case. No big deal, though. We got a lot of stuff going on. Toxic clouds here. Kill these. No problem. So... we got more Satchel Lightning, and we're going with Toxic Cloud again. It's just the best way to deal with these large packs of enemies. Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll go after this guy. So apparently my victim was carrying 2 small pieces of wood. Well, that's nice, but I'd rather not get killed by the massive amount of monsters that these bandits have at their disposal. So instead, I immediately eat tiger meat. Don't question it. Alright, we've taken care of the Spriggan. We still have bears, unfortunately. There is, I do like how the game is getting exponentially harder the longer I play it. Yes. I pinched 2 gold pieces there. I mean, it's not like I have because this would be crazy talk, right? It would be crazy talk if I had you know, 31,000 gold and 95,000 gold and 3.8 million gold in credit. Nah, I need to pinch those small gold pieces. Those are important. Okay. Basically, I own Wayrest's debt right now. Like, I have so much credit with them. Alright. I just broke that lady's shield. Gonna deal with these animals with one quick hellfire attack. There it is. Bam! Wow, it killed her too. Didn't kill the bear though. Alright, let's pick all this stuff up. No problem there. Stuff it all in the wagon. No big deal. Yes. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. So, let's see here. Steel die katana. And we are moving on. Alright, do I have a partner? No, I don't have a partner. Whoever that is. Whoever you're talking about. Alright, so we are moving over here. I don't think there are partners in this game. Up-de-doo. There's actually a mod to get partners, believe it or not. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Fish over there. Very good. Very good. Next, we are picking this up and going. So, we need to stop for just a moment. And, yes. Still putting stuff away here. Thinking, the wagon has plenty of stuff there. Okay, very good. Let's keep going. Now, look, I don't want to get political here today, very much, but I'm just going to say something. So, people are trending online right now because Trump is sick. They're saying 25th Amendment now, right? Where it's you remove a president from power and then you put the vice president in place. If the current vice president comes to power, we might as well all kill ourselves. That's all I have to say. Like, trust me, voting is much better. Just vote, please. All right, let's go. So, we are going to now use balm. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. Very, very good. So, looks like we got equipment store, general store. Yeah, that's fine. Music there. We don't really care about this. Yes. Mm-hmm. Start with a political rant YouTube channel. Never ends well. Never ends well. All I'm saying is the current vice president is not fit for the position to which people would want him to be. That's all I'm saying. Yes. And, whatever... I'm not going to say Trump bad. All I'm going to say is vice president bad. Okay? Don't invoke that amendment, please. Thank you. Now then. Let's see here. We're gonna buy a bandage there. We are going to, buy another bandage there. Don't see anything else. Yeah, so far, not so good. I don't see much of anything except for arrows and bandages. Yes. Ooh. Mm-hmm. We're leaving. So, let's go check out that temple. It might be an RK temple. If it is, we'll be happy. Is it? No, that's an Order of the Hour. That's Akatosh. We're going to ignore Akatosh temples for now and continue on to our destination. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, it's 8 hours away, right there. We're gonna cut across to Kirkbrone Hall. Just, yeah. You're not well, doesn't matter. I am fine. It's not like I've been cursed by anything. Certainly not. Alright, let's kill these guys. Continue. We got bears, giants. Gotta fight them. Gotta fight them. Alright. Onwards. Kill them, kill them, kill them, kill them. Toxic clouds. Killed one giant, very good. Giants can send you dead, but there's no physics in this game. You're thinking of physics. Havoc physics engine. Ragdolling. We don't do that here. Going! Can you imagine sprites ragdolling? That would be terrible. Is there a reason why the giant flying bug was never fixed? There's the same reason why you'll be running along in Skyrim and you'll see a mammoth suddenly appear in the sky, and then they'll descend and then hit the ground and die. Same reason. Same reason. Yes. Okay. Oh, an assassin. This assassin tried to jump me, but I pacified her with the streetwise skill. I don't know how I did that. I don't know what I said. I can't comprehend it, really. Let's continue. That's not cool. It's just something really stupid. Okay. 3D character sprites? Isn't that just Minecraft? Okay. Enemies. Harpies. Yes. You can't really avoid encounters while running through the wilderness, only on the roads. At least the way I have it set up. Okay. Kill that harpy. Damn. That's a lot of noise that harpy's making. And the harpy really can't kill us, so it's no big deal. Okay. Alright. I saw like the first couple words, but then you used a political term that causes it to instantly be deleted. Alright. Let's go. Oops, I may have killed a peasant. That means the guards are after me. I pacified the knight with the etiquette skill. Excellent. That means we can get out of here. Because we really need to get out of here. Yes, you might have meant it that way, but its primary usage these days is, how do I put this? for commentary purposes that I don't want those discussions here. Neither do I want the current discussion here. So, I just made a quick comment, and then we're done. Speaking of which, we are leaving. We were going to get on this... Okay, we have to get to the tavern over there. Let's check where it is. Yeah, it's over there. How far away if we just run directly there? 6 hours. What time is it right now? It's too late. If we tried to go there right now, it'd be the middle of the night. We'd probably freeze. So... no, but I see you want it deleted, so I'm just gonna, you know, time you out completely. Just get rid of that. Oh my goodness. Pizza toppings, my goodness. Probably, pepperoni, extra cheese, Canadian bacon. You know, basic stuff. I tend to prefer, deep dish pizzas, and when I say deep dish, I mean, I highly recommend checking out, Colorado-style, mountain pizzas from, Bojo's. It's a good restaurant. Let's continue. We are going to go past the shack. Think about where we can land right now. I'm thinking we might be able to get to Yomhart Manor. Hour and a half there. That should do it. Don't worry about any of this. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Damn! A lot of harpies there. Let's try Wizard's Fire. Wizard's Fire. God, Wizard's Fire isn't killing him. I passed through a tree. We're gonna hit him with Toxic Clouds then. Well, the ones that got hit by Wizard's Fire almost instantly died to that. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, Star Wars Squadrons. It's out, as far as I can tell. But I wasn't really impressed by what I saw. It looked very arcadey. Like, if you're at home with those little, you know, the little Star Wars arcade games, it looks like that's about up to your speed. I suppose, you know, people were hoping for not Rogue Squadron, but, geez, what is it called? You know, X-Wing TIE Fighter, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, those sort of games, and the answer is you'll never see those again because of the button limitations on a controller, and a bit more than that, but, give me a second, we need to eat something before we continue on our journey. Let's see, there are streamers playing it, but you thought those were early access reviewers? Okay, well, maybe it's not out. I don't know. I've seen other players playing it, and I just wasn't impressed. Like, it's just an arcadey action game. And, I mean, if I want arcadey action game in space, I don't need the Star Wars brand. I can play... what do you call it? I'm trying to pull this up now. Here it is. Strike Suit Zero. Highly recommend Strike Suit Zero. That's a fun arcadey space game. Elite Dangerous is something I play that is not very arcadey. And then No Man's Sky is back to arcadey, but is barely even space. So, there's that. But yeah. Someone asked, yes, it's basically a different Witch Mercy every day for October. Let's see. He said, I don't know if it's necessarily bad, but it's just something that, again, watching other people play it didn't impress me, so it's something where I'll wait, see how, when my friends get a hold of it, then I'll see. But, you know, you'll doubt anything will top free space. Well, I mean, free space with modding is kind of insane. It's got its own version of Steam, practically, for its own, it's called Free Space Mods. Hell, you can even get, like, all of the original Free Space in Free Space 2. Like, they converted the whole original over so you can just play both back-to-back in one playthrough, basically. Let's see here. There's so many conversions for that. But I mean, modding isn't the only metric we look at when we're talking about, space games. So, all right, we're gonna have some radish salad. Then, whoops, not food. Drinks. We're gonna go with some drink from Morrowind there. Very good. Didn't mean to go outside. And two, we'll go over here first. Hello, miss. Grand to see you. Any news? Don't spread this around, but the Royal Guard are working with Festus. Okay, well, I don't need to know that. How am I doing? I'm still respected, believe it or not. Don't know how that works, despite me running over peasants left and right. Alright, well, I think, good, I'm just debating what I want to do with this. Okay, first of all, buoyancy, then balm, jumping, light, orc strength, slow falling, and buoyancy a few more times. I just need to use up all our magic. There we go. There is nothing wrong with this. My dodging and my etiquette skills have improved. Oh no, what has happened to me? It looks like I've been afflicted. I've been afflicted by a curse that I never saw coming. Certainly not. No, who could have ever guessed that I was going to become a wereboar? Yes. Okay. Don't worry about it as I draw a little thing over it. Hold on. There we go. I'm not a werewolf. Where's the wolf? This is a boar. Yes, man, lizard, pig, exactly. That's exactly what that is. You thought it was just going to be a werewolf. You didn't realize what it actually was. It was a wereboar. All right. Let's see here. Food's getting ripe. Oh no. I pick locks as a wereboar. Oh no. No one around. Wolves are boring. It's all about those pigs. Picking locks with your claws. Yes. Behold the truth. This is what it all was all made for. This is what the game was made for. Yes. Excellent. This is how it works. This is Christmas time, everyone. The new... Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Alright. Very good. There's a wereboar. Why a dream of the moon? Well, I mean, boars dream of the moon as well. The moon transforms them. That's what boars do. They transform in the middle of the night. Obviously. See, the two moons are out. And I've been transformed. Don't question it. Don't question any of this. No. Loiter for an hour. Get that, off there. There are enemies nearby. Wait, what? Oh no, harpies! Harpies! Oh, the screeching! Harpies! Alright, we killed the harpies. We can't loot their corpses, unfortunately, but we can skippity hop into the wilderness. Get on your horse and continue the journey. Goodness. How far are we? Car path. Let's see. Need to figure out where we're going. There we go, over there. It is 5 hours away. Let's go! Recklessly into the night! Don't question this. A wereboar doing this Dryden. That's, special. Very, very special. I don't know what to say about that. But, yes. You come at the wrong time. Sadly, you'll be paying with your blood. Oh, no. We got bandits. They want to rob the wereboar. They want to rob the wereboar. Thief has just died. Pinched a gold piece. Yes. Exactly. What bandit would rob a wereboar galloping through the forest on a horse? I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy to me. Yes. Seems insane. Maybe they thought it was just a person wearing a wereboar outfit. I don't know. We're fine, though. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Desperate bandits? Yes, something like that. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and try to transform back. Yay! We're back to normal. Kinda normal. There we go. How fast is our dagger now? That's the question. Damn it, giants. Giants have decided to try to rob me. They probably want these corpses. No big deal. I should be able to kill them with a flurry of blades now that I'm a werebeast. Yep. Yeah, I've become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. It's like I have a Torgo item equipped, except the effect is always on. I'm just stupidly fast now. Eat a fish. I should be able to kill people as a wereboar, and that should count as a feeding. We need to have a chat with the developer of Climates and Calories about that. Figure out a way to maybe use your claw and like swipe at the corpse to render food from it. You know, meat. Yes, Torgo, the manservant from Manos. Yes. Now, Manos is a good game. I highly recommend it. Steam! On Steam, we got this. Yes, and it's $3 on Steam, but it's very, very good. I recommend it. Kind of interesting. This developer once said on, like, how do I put this? The developer was on Twitter, and people were crying about how Steam has changed their refund policy, allowing people to refund games after trying them. It's ruining the indie game space. Everyone's refunding all our indie games. And this guy right here, he came out and said, no, my games, like, my game has been refunded like once. Everyone likes it. Everyone who's like, people don't refund good games, basically, is what he said. And it's like, no, my game is cheap. It's fun. It's good. People keep it once they buy it. And it was funny because like all these developers who are making shovelware for Steam, we're talking garbage, they were crying about the refund policy where people were trying the games and then refunding them because they were bad. And he's like, no, I made a good game. People aren't refunding it. You guys fuck off. It was just interesting. Okay. Hold on. So, we've killed all the enemies. Believe, yeah, we don't need anything else here. Bam. But yes, I know he's right. People don't refund good games most of the time, unless they're really financially hurting or something. And even then, you know, it was a lapse in judgment to buy the thing in the first place. Yes. Good, good, good. Everything looks great so far. Okay. No, we're gonna proceed with caution. And yeah, we're fine. We're not getting attacked. We can continue. Hopefully we'll get there in time. Really hope so. That would be ideal. Ah, look at this. We have a monster here, apparently. Yes. We have a monster right here. Yes. Yes, we do. So, this is the monster. Yes. Meow. Okay. Yes, the cat has arrived. Here we go. This is the monster. You can see he's saying things. You might not be able to hear it through the mic all the time. Give me a second here to pause that. All right, as I was saying, here we go. See? Look at that. Yes, yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay, you doing that? Okay. Bit more? No? Oh, that's time for that. Okay. So what we do is we take this container here, and then he's like, yes. And you can see him lift the paw. He's like, give me. He raises the paw to say, please give this to me. There we go. Mr. Sir. That's his name. The neighbor's cat. The neighbor's cat named Mr. Sir. Look. There you go. Yes. That'll just about do it, I think. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right. Well, come on. Thank you. Thank you. He gave me a lick. He gave me purrs. He apparently... Yes. Meow. Okay. Meow? Really? Okay. Meow? Uh-oh. Yes. Alright, he's gonna jump away. There we go. Okay. That's done with. We can go now. The cat invades the game space on a regular, basically, yes. He receives food. He moves on. Okay. Anything else we need? I don't think so. On a hunt? No. No, we don't need to hunt. Okay. Yes, lift paw, receive food. We've arrived! We've arrived, finally. In the Screaming Goblin. Savage Goblin? Savage Goblin. Hello, sir! Excellent. Okay, you are not the person I need to talk to. I'm missing someone. Hello! Excellent company. Any news? The fighter trainers allied with the dancers. Really? Okay. Now that is some good news. I'm glad we've learned that the fighter trainers have allied with the dancers. That's pretty important. I'm gonna really quick just make a screenshot of that. Very good. Button. We need to go... The Fighters Trainers are actually the Fighters Guild. They're just a subset that worships Ebonarm. Yeah, it is in the Savage Goblin. So yeah, somewhere in the Savage Goblin, I'm missing something. Are you... Oh, hello! Talk about stealthy. No one can see your face. That is some extra stealthy maneuvers she's doing there. Alright. Yes. Hurry back to Queen Baronzaya. She will pretend to forget everything. Yeah, you ever existed. You won't get a copper if you don't make it back. Oh goodness, a copper? A copper? I'm thinking, like, does that mean there are copper coins in this? There should be. There really should be, in my opinion. Oh, well. Yes, apparently I won't get a copper. Yep. Alright, let's cut across to the Howling Dog Tavern, and we can run manually from there. Hopefully throw those guards off our track. Frail. My goodness, what do I think the next big character gimmick for the protagonist of the Elder Scrolls will be? Well, I mean, it's obvious that they're going to do sword singing. If they do Hammerfell, it's almost guaranteed to be sword singing. Well, my Daedric dagger just broke. Whatever shall I do? I shall equip the previous, or a different Daedric dagger. Oh god, this is a short sword. But still considered a short blade, so who cares? Supernatural spade? Sure. Don't worry about it. None of this is a problem. Got some meat. And let's continue to the Howling Dog Tavern. Towards sing and sink Akavir. I mean, doesn't Akavir need to sink anyway? Before it makes terrible plays. I was gonna say cartoons, but yeah. Okay. Anyway. Looking at this... I mean, there really isn't any other gimmicks that they could do. Oblivion didn't really have a central gimmick other than the Oblivion Gates. So Skyrim was when they decided we have to have shouting as our game's gimmick. You are the Dragonborn, whether you like it or not. You better like being the Dragonborn. Because a lot of the game's progression will be tied to it. Alright, let's see. It'll be southwest? South. There we go. Southeast. It's probably the southwest. Trying to find it. Yep. You weren't even really the main hero. Oh, I've arrived at a junction. Nice. Let's go south. Yes. My goodness. How close are we? We're going well enough, yes. Have you played Divinity: The Original Sin 3? No, I haven't. I think it'll be fun to play. I'm gonna look forward to it eventually. But, you know, when it's actually out, I'm just not really inspired to pick up another early access game. When they tell me it's actually been released, you know, then I'll play it years after everyone else. When you're talking about Baldur's Gate 3, you obviously mean Divinity: The Original Sin 3. Yes. Okay, so I'm not actually a huge fan of the Divinity series, but I love Divinity: The Original Sin 1 and 2. You see, when I talk about how... Baldur's Gate 3 is Divinity: The Original Sin 3, that's because if you've ever played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you know it's nothing like Divinity: The Original Sin. They play nothing like each other. And, like, they don't even bring back any of the original characters, it looks like. They might, who knows? But, you know, they seemed, at least when I saw it, obsessed with telling their own stories in the Forgotten Realms. And that's all well and good, but that's not Baldur's Gate, then. It's just, we want to use the name to make, our games. And so I'll never give up calling it out for that. Let me see here. We just need to cut through. I can't see the paths right now, so we're just gonna cut through to Yomhouse Court. I like the original series. I haven't played it in years. I played it when it was new, but no, you have to understand, I like Divinity: The Original Sin, and I like Baldur's Gate. I just would rather have one or the other. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, exactly. Having Baldur's Gate 3 without connections to the previous characters, exactly. It looks so far disappointing. As far as the game goes, it's something I'll play and I'll enjoy when it comes out. You know, not in early access, but actually comes out. I'll play it, I'll enjoy it. It's just, I will never stop picking at it for being half-assed at what it is. Like, you're not really Baldur's Gate. You're trying to be. You're trying to steal the Baldur's Gate name to tell your own stories. And those stories will probably be fun. Not only will those stories probably be fun, but the gameplay will probably be fun. But couldn't you give it its own name? It's not Baldur's Gate 3. And that's why I'll never give up calling it out for that. Even when I'm playing and enjoying it, Like, I guarantee you, on the live stream, I will be poking at it for having the wrong name. Just like Prey. I enjoyed Arcane's Prey, but it isn't Prey. It's another game that's just taken the name. Well, the problem is it doesn't even have a connection to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, really, as far as I've been able to see. So, what has it done to earn that name, other than, oof, we killed all these bandits, very good. What has it done to earn the name, other than, we own the intellectual property rights, which were conveyed to us, you know, it's like, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, mithril bow there. Let's go. I enjoyed the original Prey quite a bit. Let me see here. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale. I played them all back in the day. I don't remember anything about them really other than their main, other than, you know, the big plot points and then an occasional standout event that I remember is huge, like, hold on a second, whoops. But I'd love to go back and replay them at some point. I'd play like a total noob, though, considering, again, I didn't play them over and over and over. I played them once and then moved on. It's not like the Elder Scrolls games where I mod them slightly and then play them again, and mod them slightly and play them again. Those were games that I played once, and then that was it. So I have fond memories of them, but the memories are few and far between. Alright. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some Cyrodiilic brandy. And we're gonna keep on going. Let's see if we can find a way out of this place. There we go. Oops, wrong way. Trying to figure out. That's close enough. We got bandits here at the town? Really? Wow. Neverwinter Nights is something I played endlessly. And that's because of community servers. See, Neverwinter Nights acts like MMORPGs. Much like I was into MUDs, that is text-based MMORPGs back in the day. I'm trying to get a good, accurate count. I'm thinking of the different names of different MUDs that I was playing and or writing for. And, but my point is, just like MUDs back in the day, Neverwinter Nights had its own persistent world servers, which you could basically create your own world in. And it didn't have to be Forgotten Realms if you didn't want it to be. And you could create your own custom NPCs and everything for that world. And so it was its own little MMORPG. And I played the hell out of those in Neverwinter Nights. Now, keep in mind something. I will praise the hell out of Neverwinter Nights, but you have to absolutely understand first that I'm praising, first of all, the community servers and the modding capabilities. Secondly, I'm praising Shadows of Undrentide and Hordes of the Underdark, because the original Neverwinter Nights main campaign is terrible. And other than getting a couple references here, like, I don't know who Lady Arabeth de Tilmaran is, other than a couple, like, one-off references, you lose nothing by skipping the original campaign. Because the original campaign is designed to work like a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Anyway, we're going. It isn't very well written, that is to say, the original Neverwinter Nights campaign. But here we go. Bam, bam, bam. God, this is stupid. I'm just looking at how broken this is. These bandits really want to kill me. Was not successful in pickpocketing the bandit. Damn shame. Okay, I think we took care of everybody. We are now stupidly overpowered. I probably should get this cured as soon as they give me the option. Which I'm probably going to do. I don't like being a lizard pig. So we're probably going to get that cured. Whenever the game lets us. We'll have to get a letter first. Oh, Dwarven helmet. Nice. Okay, we have to just proceed onward directly to Wayrest, I think. Hour and 30 minutes. The roads are too difficult to see in the snow, unfortunately. That's an issue. Ooh. Gonna stop a moment. Safe. Okay. You've been using AI Dungeon to slowly convert a Fallout setting into a Kung Fu ripoff. Ah, well, that sounds fun. God, you know, they funded Kung Fury 2. Did that ever actually come out? Because Kung Fury was amazing. I'm just thinking about that. I think it was, let me see here. Looking at a very specific thing. Ah. I found it. This is what I was thinking of. That Fist of the North Star. Well, that would be it, wouldn't it?
You must defeat the most evil Kung Fu master in the world. Adolf Hitler, aka Kung Fuer.
Hitler. He's the worst criminal of all time. I need to kill him. I can hack you back in time to Nazi Germany, just like a time machine.
Yes. That was Kung Fury. Yeah, you can actually get the whole movie on YouTube. It's at the Laser Unicorns YouTube channel. You can watch the whole movie there. But yes, that Kung Fuhrer stuff where Adolf Hitler learned about the Kung Fury prophecy and decided to try to subvert it by becoming the ultimate Kung Fu master before Kung Fury. Thus, he was reborn as Kung Fuhrer. That was good stuff. And then the main character has to go on a quest to kill him, which results in the whole quest having started in the first place. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think it was, let me see here. If I go to the movie really quick, let me see here. Trying to find it right now. Let me see. I think it was right here. Ah, yes. So, alright, the main character was a beat cop, and then he tried to fight a Kung Fu master.
I was hit by lightning and bitten by a cobra. I blacked out and saw images of ancient Shaolin temples and monks.
Okay. It looks awful and entertaining. It is awful and entertaining. You have to understand the movie is intentionally awful. No Oscar was given to Triceracop. It's true. It's true. All right, Queen Baron Zaya, how you doing? Hello again, my young friend. I haven't forgotten about that orc affair, you know. Okay, I'm gonna save that there. She hasn't forgotten about that orc affair, you know. Very good, very good. So, tell me, who is, well, any news? Let's see. Let me see, yes. Hi there, what's the talk of the town? The Cabal and, Tambu were close allies. Good to know. By the Black Maw, welcome back. I don't know why I hired that mental deficient in the first place. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. My goodness. That is special. I don't know why I hired that mental deficient in the first place. Wow. Wow. Great, Baron Zaya. That's special. Alright. Money. How's Baron Zaya doing? Haven't forgotten about that orc affair, you know. Yeah, of course you haven't. Any news? Don't spread this around, but the Enchanters of Kinnereth and the Teachers of Dibella are working together. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and talk to Morgaya. Actually, we'll talk to King Edwir first. Very good. It warms my heart to see you, whispers in shadow. If you want revenge, contact the Dark Brotherhood. They are professional assassins. Okay, King Edwir, thanks. Thanks for that. Very good. The king, he's actually a traitor to the Empire, too, we find out later. So, and... Yes, exactly. What's the talk of the town? Oh my. Okay, what about Morgaya? Best girl of Daggerfall. Always a pleasure. Any news? The Battle Lords are out to get the Isle of Balfera. Interesting. Interesting. Hello, sir. Anything new, Prince? The Prince, never understood why Deanna and Mornoth are feuding. How about this is, the heiress to Wayrest, by the way. These people, like, King Edward's the king, Queen Baron Zaya's, married him after his previous wife died. His previous wife had her, and she's the heir to the throne. In other words, she'll be the next in line. And Baron Zaya will have to go back to Morrowind. But Morgaya is going to become Queen of Firsthold. Serious business. She's got a really nice pussycat. Yes. Alright, let's have a chit-chat with her. By the lady, it's good to see you, whispers in shadow. Any news? Never understood why Deanna and Mornoth were fighting. Okay, so all of these people... Wait. Always a pleasure to see you, my dear friend, especially when I need help. I need to get this holy relic to my contact in Broadborn. Word of vampiric tribe that does not want my courier to get through. Let's do it. Alright, we need to get to a Temple of Kinnereth. Let me see here. In Broadborn. Got it. So we're gonna set a mark of recall, set an anchor here. We're gonna get going. We gotta take this holy relic. Where's the holy relic? I don't see the holy relic. It's supposed to get to his courier, right? Hold on. To his contact. Right. A shaman at the Temple of Kinnereth. Yeah, so did I just miss the thing? Okay, we got the papers. Okay, I'm missing something here. Oh, there it is. It's under ingredients. The holy relic is an ingredient. You're just gonna grind it up and put it in a potion. You can also eat ingredients, so we'll eat the holy relic. How about that? That seems appropriate, I guess. Oh, no. That's how you make holy water. Holy water is created by taking a little bit of dirt, or, well, really dust, that is accumulated in the tabernacle, and put it on the put it in the water, and that's how you create holy water. See, the basis of that is the lint or dust or whatever is equivalent to holy ground that's kind of settled, so it's sanctified. So you're basically drinking holy what's it called, hallowed ground. That's basically it. You're drinking hallowed ground. Isn't that delightful? I'm pretty sure it's a drink somewhere. An actual drink, I mean. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. We need to get to Broadborn here. People used to grind up mummies for remedies. Oh my. Ugh, that's not a good thing. Let's see here. Broadbrone. Yeah, there it is. How far is it? 17 hours? No big deal. We'll get there eventually. We just need to do quests for the nobility. We are respected after all. I was hoping that the nobility here would have some actual quests for us, but they don't. So we're gonna just kind of head on out. Actually, before we head on out, let's head over to the Mages Guild. And see about getting some more magic items. That might be useful. That's a damn good idea. How long do I have to do this? I have 90 days. Okay. So I could probably just fast travel there. We're not going to. We got time. Yes, time. Now, a tribe of vampires will try to stop us, but we'll kill them. That's it. We'll kill them. Alright. Queen's Hedgehog. I've shown you guys what the Queen's Hedgehog is all about. With that Sonic 06 footage. Yes. Okay, Mages Guild's down south. Yeah, looks like the Bank of Wayrest is closed. It's too late in the evening right now. So we're actually going to hang out in the Fighters Guild for the rest of the night. We should have food here. Yeah, we have food. That should do it. We're gonna nap here. Hello, repair. No, we're not repairing anything here. But we are going to cast some spells like buoyancy, jumping, levitation, light, orc strength, yes, slow falling. Now let's get attacked by vampires. Vampire! Oh my god, vampire. Okay. Here's what we gotta do. Oh, I can't change into a werewolf form today. I'm getting my ass kicked by the vampire. Good to know. Alright, we need to immediately equip the Khajiit suit. There we go. And let's do it. I should be able to attack fast enough to actually get some damage in, but... Oof, that ancient vampire nearly killed me. Really? Yours in death. What? That thrice-damned Esther Buckinghouse has finally acquired the holy relic we're looking for. Sending it to Wickfield. As far as I know, that Mount Lion. Oh, let's see. My goodness. Cannot allow it to arrive. Oh, interesting. That's a weird name for it. Doesn't matter. Edister Buckinghouse is expecting us to try to stop him. As for the Argonian named Whispers in Shadow to act as courier, do not underestimate this one. Whispers in Shadow has quite a reputation. Bring the Holy Relic at once. I wait for you at the Ashley residence in Yomhart. Let's go directly to Yomhart Manor and deal with this person. Because we could deliver the relic, or we could deal with the person who's starting all this. I think so. Yours in death. Let's head over to the Yomhart Manor and deal with that after I rest. I'm sure the vampires will attack me again. There are enemies nearby. Ha ha ha, that's cute. Buoyancy. I casted buoyancy for no reason. Healing. 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 Stop it! I have my armor on. She's just really strong. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? Another one. Location of Kaikos Coven. Really? Kaikos Coven? Interesting. You're next. How are the vampires getting in? I don't know, but they must die. Kaikos Coven. But what is happening here? Yes. I don't know what to say about I'm getting overloaded with Kaikos Coven notes. The game's gonna murder me. Yes. The Fighters Guild is gonna be full of these. I'm not picking up any more of these. I'm not picking up any more of these. We're just gonna nap. I believe I can kill them fast enough as long as I don't loot the Kaikos Coven things and, you know, get overloaded. Jace. He appeared over my bed. Oh no! Okay. We're able to heal just in time. That was mildly frightening. Kaikos Coven. Alright, we are almost ready to go. Screw this, we gotta go. The vampires will never stop at this point. I mean, they will eventually stop when they run out of people, but... yeah, no. Oh, no. More Kaikos Coven. Hey, everyone. I'm getting out of here. Okay, it's the middle of the night. This is when vampires attack. I'm not going to be able to deposit anything in the Bank of Wayrest like I thought I was going to be able to. But I will be able to get the hell away. Which one is my favorite Elder Scrolls game? You know. That one right there. We compare the map. You know, we were to do this and have a look, you know. You look at this map and then you look at that map. See? Ta-da. Alright. I hear something. Over here. Sky Shard. Gotta grab the Sky Shard. My endurance has increased by 1. 5 Sky Shards left in the Wayrest region. Excellent. Wayrest is right over here. There's 5 more Sky Shards in this region. My goodness. Poor Fighters Guild. Viscera Cleanup Detail, Daggerfall Edition, you mean? That was a good game. Viscera Cleanup Detail. Yep. We're going. To be able to just run. Okay, we're gonna climb over the wall now. There we go. You don't like multiplayer physics games? Oh, my goodness. Alright. We have to figure out where the hell we're gonna get to. I need to figure... Okay, so... Yom Heart Manor. Yom Heart Manor. How far away is it? Alright, it's 11 hours away. Stop for a second. Actually, we're gonna get to it later. Traveling this way. Yes. No big deal here. Just traveling at night, don't you know? Don't you know? Okay, there's a town near here. We're gonna mostly ignore it. And continue that way. Whoop. Oh my god, vampire. Vampires are trying to stop me. Okay. Yes. I mean, they all come from the Kaikos coven, it looks like, so, it's true. Alright, what I was talking about was this game. This is called Viscera Cleanup Detail. It's a game where, like, here we go. So, you're a janitor, and your job is to clean after, like, whatever disaster horror movie happened. You have to clean it. That's your job. Is to clean up a, from a horror movie, basically. So that horror science fiction movie just happened. Now you're the poor janitor who has to clean it all up, yes. It's multiplayer. Gotta repair those turrets. Yes, the levels can take hours to complete sometimes. It's true. It's absolutely true. Yep. And, yep. Let's see here. Yes, that's a sphere from the movie. You figured it out. Let me see here. Looking at a couple more things. I could have sworn they had... Alright, so they had the Vulcan affair, which is a special map. Let's see. What else do they have? The House of Horror. Literally got to clean up a house that... yeah, from a horror movie. That's fine. Yep, terrible deeds were done. So yeah, there's DLC as well, which is nice. Not a bad movie. And game. Movie game. Yes. Alright, we got more Kaikos vampires after us. But yes. Viscera Cleanup Detail is a game that I recommend. Even though it can take hours, and I mean hours to complete. Oh, my goodness. I hear people. Oh no! The animals! The animals in the middle of the night, I can't see! What's happening? Fill the lantern with oil! Quickly! Lantern! Oh no, did I put the lantern away? Did I do something dumb with the lantern? Oh my goodness, we have to eat. Don't worry about it. Now, did I sell the lantern? Did I put it away? Did I, let me see here. Lantern. There's lantern. Okay, it was at the bottom. Okay. Think followers are a band-aid to replace wagons? No. But I like them. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have now reached the overpowered status. We're probably gonna, honestly, get rid of lycanthropy whenever we have the opportunity. What is lycanthropy? It turns you into a wereboar. Well, that doesn't mean lichen. It's the wrong word. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. See you later, guys. I'm glad you totally helped me out here. That's, Okay, so I have no idea where the road is again because it's winter. So I'm just gonna run down here to where the main road is and take the main road, which doesn't cover over with snow. Arrived at our destination? Sure we have. Alright. South. South is the way. There we go. That's a main road. That's what I'm talking about. We can take that, and there's much less chance of having any major problems. We've arrived at a junction, and there's a bunch of soldiers at this junction. Oh god, centaurs are attacking the soldiers! You there, I must speak with you. My name is Sir Erson, a traveling knight. I've fought my entire life, and with every battle I've wanted to die a warrior's death. Some may see it as a blessing to live another day, but I'd rather go out in battle rather than die of old age in some cottage. You seem a capable warrior. Please, give me the chance to die with honor. Will you fight the knight to the death? Of course. Thank you. May our battle be legendary. Great. So in amongst all these people, there will be a knight who wants to fight me to the death. Right next to that hunter. I'm noticing, like... Oh, here we go. Come on. I am getting hit pretty hard. There we go. As you strike him down, the knight takes their final breath. Yep. Perfect. Oven battle axe. Alright. Eat a fish. Can't eat the fish right now. Take the ration pack then. That's fine. Let's have a look and make sure we know where the hell we need to go. I've completely forgotten what it's called already. Let's see here. No Kaikos coven for us. But, YEO. Yomhart. Okay. Yomhart Manor. Alright, so that's just kind of straight that way. I'm currently on this road, which will go down. I just have to cut across the wilderness. There's no question about it. Yomhart Manor's way too far away at this point. I'm going to go to Cathworth, and it's going to take me 5 hours to get there. But it'll be worth it. If I don't run into vampires every 5 seconds, that is. Which is a distinct possibility, mind you. A distinct possibility. Unfortunately, Wayrest doesn't have the best road system for going directly from point A to point B sometimes. Let me see here. Ah, yes. Let's see. Proceed with caution. Yes. Okay, we're clear. Keep going. Yeah. Cathworth. Howling Dog Tavern. Actually, let's go to the Howling Dog Tavern. That should be closer. It's on the same direction. Need to stop off for a moment. Which is okay. Mm-hmm. Looks great so far. Ah, of course, enemies. Bears! Good. We are able to kill the bears pretty simply. Ghost! No, 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 no. Power of RK, be gone! Alright. We purge the ghost by the power of RK. Let's continue. You know, someone recently just said, on a YouTube comment, he said, he's sick of MMOs and been sick of dealing with other players in MMOs. And I'm thinking, dealing with other players in MMOs is like the whole point of an MMO. But MMOs have stopped being about that for a long, long time and have become, well, this is your personal story, and then occasionally you'll deal with other people. When really it should just be a world with a bunch of other people in it, and the story should really revolve around a lot of people working together. And that's not how they work now, mind you, but I'm just saying. Interesting. Yes, the ghost just dies, exactly. Alright, we're gonna stop here, because it's early. And I was gonna say, we're not tired, per se. We're gonna actually grab some mint tea, which is refreshing. The kitchen is closed for the night, so we're not gonna do that. I like how we had our lantern on in there and everyone just turned white. Pretty terrible. Don't know if there's anywhere I can go, really. There we go. I can go directly east, following this dirt track. Enemy seeking to prevent my travel. That's it? Just a couple tigers? Oh, nice. A priest of Akatosh is here, too. To wish me well. Priestess. Okay. That's fine. We'll take the tiger meat with us. The area I was in before didn't have an actual tavern, per se. Oh, sorry, a place I could sell meat. It didn't have a general store. Successfully avoided an encounter. Yep. I don't see any problems with this at present. But yeah, I'm really liking the new travel mod. And in addition, let's see. Just trying to see where it's leading me. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is a long road. And it's heading me up to Cathworth. That's great. That's great. So we did get to Cathworth after all. Cathworth was the place that I actually intended on going in the first place. And then I cut over to the tavern, and then I was able to take roads the rest of the way, which is really nice. Alright, let's use the never-tiring plain robes, along with the Sapphire of Healing. And that's pretty good. It's around here. No. Let's go to the market. Let's sell all the extra meat we've accumulated. It's all gonna spoil anyway. Oh, Daedric Shortbow. Don't need it. I'll buy a bandage, though. Thank you. As for you, sir, I need to talk to you about this. We're gonna sell to him. What are we gonna sell to him? That's the question. Ah, yes. We are gonna sell him all the meat. Skip the fish. We're gonna skip the salted fish, I mean. Those keep for a very long time. Then we access the wagon, and oh my goodness. All this stuff is rotting. Okay, though, he'll buy it. He'll probably use it as fertilizer or something and give me a price about equivalent. Yeah, 120 gold for this much. So, it's obviously going to be fertilizer. Bandage there. Anything else we need? Another bandage. That's an adamantium dagger. For a second, I thought it was, you know, a better dagger. Something, impressive. Speaking of, the Laughing Griffin is where we're going. Hello, sir. What kind of food do you have? Leftovers. Well, that's fine. I'll have leftovers for the morning. Actually, I'll have some more leftovers. Two sets of leftovers and some berry juice. Okay. Need to figure out how close we are to our destination here. Ooh, nice. I'm just looking at the new ports option here. That's cool. Yes, leftovers. As in, they don't serve breakfast. They're a low-quality tavern. So, low-quality taverns don't serve breakfast. They just have leftovers from the previous day. My goodness. All right. Well, let's pay attention to this now. Yomhart Manor. That is 6 hours away. Let's just go recklessly through the wilderness directly there. I think that's the best thing to do. Yep. Going directly to Yomhart Manor. Birds, want to hunt them? No. No, I don't. Enemy seeking to prevent my travel. They are giants. They might be giants. Lightning bolt. Did I say that? Yeah, yes. Lightning bolt. I hear them going, no. They got bears too. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Kill the bear with it. Lightning bolt. Good. Excellent. We tenderized them with lightning bolts. And then dealt with it. Yes. Howdy, Kamer. Good to see ya. You missed earlier when we got attacked by 4 things at once. In fact, Kamer, you missed it earlier when we got attacked by, get this. We went to a fort, and it ran 3 rolls, okay? It ran a set of peaceful guards from the region. Then it did 2 orc armies at once. We had to abuse some magic for that. We had to abuse a little bit of magic. Yes. Two orc warlords at the same time. Yes. Let's continue. Enable infighting for the run. Enemies seeking to prevent my travel. Here we go. Tigers! Well, I mean, the reason... It's a lot harder there, for sure. Okay. Tigers dealt with. Get their meat. In fact, we'll eat this tiger meat right now. Got 1 piece of it we were able to eat. The rest of it, we weren't. I don't know why tiger meat's molding so quickly, but whatever. Enemy seeking to prevent my travel. Who are you? Oh, you're an assassin. And I pacified you. Okay, goodbye. I used the streetwise skill to pacifier, so goodbye. Very good. You don't need to give any updates to the old one. I think that would be silly and a waste of your time. I think the current run is working as close to intended as possible, and then we'll ditch it when you get the new version up and running, which I'm looking forward to. Don't get me wrong, I'm really looking forward to the old version, especially if I can, you know, set custom values for the number of enemies that might attack using some kind of mod configuration menu. That would be best, I think. You know, I want double the spawns. Because some people might. Aha! Very good. Oh, a short tunic. Very good. Apples. Yeah, the apples are delicious. I ate them. Anything else? Ooh, Daedra heart there. I've actually gotten used to the gigantic spawns of enemies, and I think with my character being as stupidly overpowered as they are, this is, you know, having large spawns is actually a good thing. Let's see here. Gonna consult the map. We are almost there. Gonna take a bit, but we're just going through the wilderness. We're not taking any of the roads at the moment. We need to get there quick. Yomahart Manor. That's our goal. I click on it. It won't do anything. Okay. A mini map mod would be nice, you say? I mean, perhaps. You'd have to really zoom it in, though. Okay. Got Spriggans and bears, oh my. Only one Spriggan, actually. Good. I wonder when the werewolf hunter's gonna contact me about my condition. I do hope it's soon. I'd like to start the quest to cure it yesterday, really. But it makes you overpowered all the time. I know it does, but, you know, I'm not actually a werewolf, you see. I'm a wereboar. I am a man-lizard-pig. Yes. Okay, according to this, on this date in 1999, Arthur punched DW.
It didn't fly for 1 second. It's not my fault if you made a plane that can't fly. I told you not to touch it.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Continuing. Yeah. Alright. Give me a second here. I think it was, Right. People are a bit insane. Really? Really? Let's have a look at this. I don't know if this is okay to post, but I'm gonna see anyway. Ah, never mind. It got taken down off of YouTube. Damn right it did. Copyright claim due to King Record. That ain't being shown. That ain't being shown anywhere. Alright. Yeah, and that other one I can't show on Twitch, unfortunately. It's called, because, okay, the original was called Arthur's Big Hit. And this, the Walrus Guy one is called Arthur's Massive Throbbing Hit. And, it has elements that would be controversial for Twitch. Alright, let's see here. We've arrived. We need to go into the Ashley residence right here. Very good. We have to find our target. Hello, miss. I'm looking for a vampire lord. Merchant's got the short end of the stick. It's fine. But do you have a fancy... Yeah, wow, look at that. That's a fancy looking stick she's got. Hello there. You must be the Doubtly Whispers in Shadow. Welcome to my humble abode. When I heard that Ratton's attack on you failed, I wondered if you might look me up. Let me introduce myself. I'm Miss Coppersley. The Montalion. Got it. It's Montalion. The most ancient and respected of the vampire bloodlines. I'm a... let's see. I realize you have agreed to deliver a certain holy relic to a notorious executioner. The Mountain Lion, would very much prefer you made the delivery to me instead. Purely a semantic difference, would you agree? Willing to pay you plus a magical long skirt as a bonus. Yes, a magical long skirt. My goodness. I don't know about that. Sorry, I don't consort with vampires. I am an arcane worshiper. I'm tempted. I'm actually, as a player, I'm tempted to, you know, take up this offer and see what kind of consequences I suffer. But for the purposes of this character, I can't do that. So, no. Your loyalty to Buckingham is touching. Unfortunately for both of us, I can't let you out, Whispers in Shadow. Oh, by the way, don't sleep too soundly at night. The Montalion always settle their debts. Oh, wow. I can't let you out of here. I thought she was supposed to transform into a vampire and attack me. And yet, I don't see any evidence of vampires. Nope. Yeah. Don't sleep too soundly. I can't let you leave here, she said, and she didn't transform and attack me, so she just kind of stood there. And now I can't interact with her anymore. Nope, can't interact with her. So she just kind of got busted at that point. I think it's supposed to summon... Yeah. Supposed to summon something, but... you know how it is. I mean...
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Oh, you think I misread it? You think I misread it? Okay. You feel like she said I could leave, but don't sleep too soundly? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I just assumed it was a bug. Because, you know. But that's fine. That's fine. If I misread it, which I'm very good at doing, by the way. Very good at misreading things. Let's continue on down. We need to take the Holy Relic back to where we're supposed to go. Which is, in Broadbrone. Where's Broadbrone? That's the best sounding place I've heard of. Hello, Mr. Guard. Do you want, oh, nice. I'm no longer considered a criminal. Oof, was scared there for a second. Yes. There are no bugs. There are no bugs at all, we promise.
Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
Very good. Let's go ahead and now go over to Broadbrone. Yes, Broadbrone. Alright, if we want to get there, it's a 6-hour journey going directly there. Unfortunately, with the snow, it's very difficult to see unless I'm on a main road. So I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head down to Stoke Market. And from there, I should be able to take the roads across the rest of the way. Yes. That should do it. That's close enough, the bandit said. Well, here's the deal. I'm getting a bit hungry. So how about this? How about I transform? I'm very perfectly balanced game. There are no exploits, okay? So knowing that, let's let's go ahead now that we've transformed into our wereboar form. We are going to we're gonna go kill. Yes. We can pickpocket as well. Yep. Picked a gold piece. Pick 6. Oh no, I did something wrong. My goodness. Okay. That's fine. Squeal! Come on. Squeal, piggy. Damn. And shocking. Yes, my hands changed back just for an instant to cast that shocking spell. Come on. The thief is dead. Excellent. They're all dead. Now I wish I could like use the corpse and just kind of tear a couple chunks of meat off of it, being that I'm a wereboar. But we're gonna transform back now. Yes. Apple. And some money. More money. And a Tonto with unknown powers. No one knows what the Tonto does. We'll find out at some point. Going to stock market. Very good. Let me see here. Okay. Animal tracks. Time to hunt? No. No, we're not hunting. We've already hunted. We hunted the bandits that tried to hunt me. That's how things work around here. Enemies seeking to prevent my travel like, oh no! That's it. I'm gonna try to run away. And then get our bow out and plunk. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. Okay, we plunked them to death. Very good. They are so plunked. Oh, and a Daedric flail. Gonna get us some money. We ate the salted fish that was on that corpse. Got the ectoplasm, and let's continue to stock market. We need to visit the stock market. Yes. Okay. Enemies. More centaurs. You expect the centaur clans to have rallied at this point. Aha. Good. We got him. Bread. Some dragon scales. A moldy apple. Steel warhammer. Nothing important. Let's go. The journey to stock market seems to be full of enemies. Full of enemies. Don't worry about it. Centaur playable race? Sure, that won't give you issues in any areas that they decide to design. Certainly not. Certainly not. We've arrived at our destination. We are now at the stock market. So there's a temple there. Might be a temple for us. Would love to find a temple of RK around here. There's just a group of travelers here in town. Don't worry about it. The Queen's Jug. We all like that place, but it's a Temple of Kinnereth. Oh goodness, we found what we needed. You see, we needed... Yeah. We needed the Mages Guild. We'll see what's there. Hello, sir. Means you, sir, are a weapon vendor. Daedric Archer's Axe, a Venom Antidote. How much is that worth? What? I'm sorry, but... that is cheap! That is extremely cheap! And take the Unrestrainable Coat. Let's see... Digaton of Life Stealing. I'm curious of the Orc Lord. Yeah, it's fine. We'll buy these. So we got an Archer's Axe, a Venom Antidote. I think there's something up with that, but hey, we'll throw that in our wagon for now in case we need to desperately cure some poison. In the meantime, I don't think much of this matters. We keep the unrestrainable item for now because, wait, we have a Tonto and a short tunic which need to be identified. Let's go do that right now. Hello, sir. Nope, not the one. Let's try going through the library. See where that leads. Nope. Confused now. Don't know where to go. Don't know where anyone is anymore. This is a quest room. Whenever you have a quest to defend someone in the Mages Guild, they'll spawn here. My goodness. This way might have people. Ah, yes. Miss Bouncy Orbs. Very good. Up and down. Okay. We are now going to grab the short tunic, the Tonto. No problem there. Identify. And that's short tunic of featherweight and a steel Tonto of friendship. Yes, that's his smart sword. It doesn't hurt anyone friendly. In fact, when you hit him with them, it makes them talk. Yay. Mm-hmm. That's from The Faces of Evil. Sword of Friendship sounds terrible. I'm gonna give him the Sword of Friendship. Okay. We're going this way. Head up to the equipment store. There should be 3 equipment stores in one spot. Yes. Hello, Champion Supply Store. And we're gonna sell all the meat. Is there more meat to sell? Yes, there's more meat to sell. Okay. Pacify them by stabbing them with a Tonto. Yeah, those are all straightforward shops. I don't need to care about that, though. We're going to the Queen's Jug. Where we always wanted to be. There's the Queen's Jug. Okay, let me see. Perfect. This looks like a low-class tavern. And with a name like that, I can figure out why. No, it's got Solstheim elk. Let me see. And Flynn. It's got Flynn from Vardenfell. Okay, let's a drink. And then a drink. And then some Solstheim elk. And that's good, but we need to actually rent a room. I forgot to do that. Very good. Just be able to get everything at once. Our stats are glorious. I'm just looking at the 80 personality now. Hello. Some friends have set up a birthday celebration. Well, that's nice, but I have a holy relic to deliver. Not compatible with your current quest, I'm afraid. No fighting, we promise. We promise. Well, too bad. I'm busy, so no, I can't do it. But let me ask you, any news? Ah, the Dark Brotherhood Professional Assassins. Yeah, that would be a thing, wouldn't it? Okay, we are now going to cast Buoyancy, Balm, Buoyancy, Jumping, Levitate, Light, Slow Falling. Good. There are enemies nearby. My hand-to-hand skill improved. Oh, that's a big vampire. Multiple vampires. Okay. Not quite what I thought was going to happen. Good. He's dealt with. And then, of course, the Kaikos Coven again. More Kaikos Coven vampires, apparently. He's around there somewhere. More of them! More of these Kaikos vampires. Oh, nice. I absorbed that spell. She shot me with a spell and I absorbed both of them. Okay, stamina. And then balm. That's it. Let's hit him with something fun. Assuming the game will let us. Let me see here. Do we by chance have the ability to do Mage Light Inferno? Oh no, that's just Mage Light. It's just a stronger version of Mage Light. I was thinking Mage Light Inferno! It's not gonna do anything cool. Froststorm, please. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Yep, Kaikos Coven. Should have known. Where'd your enemy come from? Yours in death. She's back again. Oh, there's another one for that. So it's another one of these. Let me see here. Actually, residents. So it's same deal. It's just it remixed the enemy. Kaikos Coven. We're leaving. Don't sleep too soundly. Yes. There are enemies nearby. Gonna be Kaikos for everyone. Oh, there we go. More Kaikos Coven. Vampires from Kaikos Coven. Where's the Kaikos vampires? Is she a Kaikos? Oh, God! Seriously. She's another Kaikos vampire. Always. Always Kaikos vampires. I'm just trying to rest. The game won't let me rest even once. It's something special. I'm unequipping all the things in order to re-equip some more things. Yes. That should be fine. She's in there, isn't she? I'm scared. Oh, I hear her. In there. No. Not in there. Where's the roar coming from? Did she just end up somewhere she shouldn't have been? Like, behind something or under something? Be funny if there was, like, she got stuck behind the dresser or something. Okay. Well, the cold is slowing me down, isn't it? We should probably put on our extra cloaks. How are we doing with those? 1 and... yeah, 2. Kaikos Coven. What's the answer? The answer's Kaikos. Alright. We gotta go east. I'm almost certain of it. Where are we heading? Double check. So it should be, yeah, Broadbrone. Broadbrone is 3 hours away from here. Your stomach rumbles. Yeah, well, the kitchen's closed and vampires are attacking me, so I'm just gonna eat all these apples I've accumulated. And that's how my stomach will deal with it, by eating 4 whole apples. That's a lot of apple. Yes, it is. Say A for apple. There we go. That's northeast, I assume. Yep, northeast. Take the road. Proceed with caution. I've got a holy relic they wanted to steal, and they sent a vampire lord after me. I killed the vampire lord. Then I got a letter off his corpse that said the name of the person who was sending the monsters after me. So I went to her, and she said that, like, she'll give me the same reward plus a magic item if I give the relic to them. And because I'm an arcade worshiper, I don't side with vampires, I said no. And she said, I'll let you leave, but have fun sleeping. And like, oh boy, oh boy. And that's literally what happens now, is she just summons vampires in order to try to kill me now. See what I mean? Vampires. She's a member of an ancient vampire bloodline. It annoys me that I couldn't even try to kill her. They're all from the Kaikos coven, according to these letters. They're all maps that lead to Kaikos. Yes. Just looking at all this stuff there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Northeast, go, go. What's the worst that could happen? 1 hour passes and suddenly I get Kaikos vampires after me again? Of course. Exactly how it worked. Enemy seeking to prevent my travel. Thankfully, I'm pretty fast and my arrows are pretty deadly. But the fact that this entire road is just littered now with Kaikos vampires. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is a hilarious concept. Wasn't executed well, and I don't think there's a way to execute it well. But then again, Team Fortress 2 had Abraham Lincoln as the original pyro. Not even joking. Okay, cold is starting to slow me down. Because my armor has gone icy cold. Got it. That's how we defend ourselves from the cold. We don't wear pants. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's better. Got pants, big boots. And we do need those cloaks back. That'll do. The armor of our, the metal of our armor was icy cold, so we were actually kind of freezing to death there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Really? Harpies! I thought it was going to be another vampire, and suddenly a swarm of harpies attacked me when I entered town. I guess they fly out at night? Really weird. No big deal, I just need my arrows back. Because I only have a small amount of arrows, as you can see. Only 11,771. That's barely any. I'm gonna dive into this local tavern and try to sleep here. What I want to say, but I'm trying to pick all the locks. I successfully did. Alright, let's grab some books. Fish. Elven Tonto. We just broke into a store and we're, you know, kleptomania. Serious business. Books, that's fine. Daikatana. A small quiver of 10,000 arrows, yes. Someone actually flipped out and wrote like 4 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, I think, on YouTube because I made the small loan of $1 million joke on my Bethesda being bought by Microsoft video. It went straight to the spam filter because it like triggered multiple words taken from copy pastas, but like someone was legitimately triggered over making that joke. You know, a small loan of $1 million. Don't worry about it. Like, how out of touch do you have to be with the common everyday person to make a statement like that in public? In business, yes, you can actually say that and get away with it. When you're dealing with 10, 50, $100 million projects, a loan of $1 million is a small loan. However, when you're talking to the public, those are fantasy numbers. Most people will never see $1 million. So, yeah. My Daedric bow is the best Daedric bow, rest assured. My goodness, yeah. Peasants will almost never see a Daedric bow. So, yes. Ooh. We're not going to talk about specifics today. I'm just pointing out that someone got extremely triggered and posted this gigantic wall of text because they didn't like that I made fun of, that insensitivity. And it's like, well, yeah, the idea that a small loan of $1 million, like, it's something to mock, really, because small and million don't really go together unless you're working in the trillions. All right, let's see here. That's basically encouraging me to mock it more. Well, yes, but at the same time, I don't want to be overly political either. It's just, the thing is that, here's the thing. If you get triggered by something, you feel the need to put a wall of text into YouTube, chances are YouTube is just going to put it in the spam filter. Now, I looked at it in the spam filter, and then I made the choice to do nothing. You can approve it, you can confirm it as spam, which then it gets sent to YouTube, or it gets confirmed as spam, or you can do nothing and it just sits there forever in the spam filter. I chose to do nothing, because, like, that was the best use of it. Just kind of exists, but no one sees it. And if you confirm it as spam, it basically gets deleted, and then someone's like, they're deleting my comments. But if you do nothing, then it just kind of sits there, but only they can see it forever. And that's just you taking no action. Yes. Exactly. Let me see here. Looking at, the whole point of my, the joke that I made on the Bethesda video was more or less to say, hey, like, these aren't, like, the people who run Zenimax Media aren't like you and me. They aren't normal people. They're people who make a ton of money, and Bethesda is barely even worth paying attention to for them. They honestly wanted to just offload it as soon as possible, I've been told. At least a couple of them. And they'd been in talks since before Robert Trump's death. And his death prompted them to basically take down the whole list of board members from Zenimax Media in the first place. Like, the moment he died, they just took down the whole board member list. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Is joke who cares? Yeah, well, but there are people who very much do care, and then they spam crap, and it's insane though, because like, what was that? Hold on, let me pull this up. Here, hold on. This is a clip here.
We've got some important news if you're an owner of Nintendo 3DS or just thinking of becoming one. And really, if you're neither one yet, what's wrong with you?
That's the clip I was thinking, is this one right here.
Yet, what's wrong with you?
The what's wrong with you comment. That's what I would put there. If I wanted to actually post their spam, which I didn't do, what I would do is I would put the spam up on the screen, and then I would have it right next to Reggie, and he'd go, "What's wrong with you?" That would be my response, really. Okay, we need to get to Broadbrone. Let's just go directly there from here. Yeah. We're just gonna cut directly through the wilderness at this point. It's 3 hours away. I know we're not going directly there. We're not going directly along the road. We're kind of peeling off. Just gonna ignore that and keep going. Yeah. The what's wrong with you is such a great little meme there. But yes, I mean, I'm just thinking of the amount of money I have. I have, you know, several million on me right now. In the Bank of Sentinel, I have 4.6 million. In Wayrest, I have 1.6 million. I'm just looking at all of this, and I'm thinking about how there really are no money sinks once you reach this level. That, you know, there are a few things I can do and I can spend money on, but for the most part, we've reached a point where you're just getting gold for the sake of seeing the gold numbers increase. And, you know, I completely disconnected from the adventurer who desperately needed enough money to be able to afford a cart. Think about that for a moment. Yes. Okay. Now, I remember in the Eve universe the concept of ISK, and it's very interesting if you actually follow the lore of the Eve universe, because the lore doesn't matter, first and foremost, but assuming it did, ISK, the currency that players use, is considered to be of astronomical value. In other words, if you had actual, like, credits, you know, like peasants, not capsuleers, because capsuleers are the people in the Eve universe, the players, right? Well, the other people below them use, like, credits that are based on where they are, you know, like what kind of government is ruling them. And they have their own currencies. Well, apparently, like, trillions of that is like one ISK in the Eve universe, meaning that ISK is a currency that governments use to trade with each other. Not people, but governments use ISK to trade with each other. It's that high level, to the point where you have, you know, like, solar systems dealing with each other, and galactic alliances dealing with each other. That's the level of currency that players use. So, you know, a single ISK is far beyond anything a normal citizen in that universe would ever see. Meaning that your character, who is dirt poor in EVE Online, you know, has basically no ISK, is actually like the top 1% of the 1% of the 1%. You know, they're like a spacefaring god who can't die because their consciousness gets implanted in a new body. You know, all this stuff. It's just kind of hilarious when you look at that. But from a gameplay perspective, you go, oh, I don't have enough ISK to buy that. I'm sad. Yes. Exactly. If you gave a single ISK to a random nobody, they'd be set for life. Exactly. Capsuleers in the actual lore TM are extremely wealthy people able to afford the capsule process. That's the point. And so if you barely have any ISK left in EVE Online, you're actually still mega wealthy in the context of the game's lore. That's the point. Anyway, it looks like there's a highwayman that wants to try to rob me. So, the highwayman and her pet tiger troop. Oh, goodness. She's a wildcat, you know? Holy crap. But the most important thing to understand about EVE Online is that the lore doesn't matter. So even though it's a really neat concept, like, the game has become something I don't really want to play, unfortunately. That you don't have enough ISK to purchase the 100,000 person mining crew frigate that neurolinks into your brain and becomes your second body. I hate being poor. Yes, exactly. And you know that when you buy one of those stupid, like, 100,000 person ships, there are NPCs supposedly on that ship. There aren't, obviously. You don't see them or interact with them. But as far as the lore is concerned, there are people on those ships. So when you go and you go raffle, you destroy the ship, you know, attack someone in high sec and get blown up by Concord, you've just killed like 100,000 people. And, you know, you're just like, lol, I respawn. I planted in a new body. Think about those concepts, like, oh my god, you're monsters. Yes. They are people, and they aren't immortal. That's the point. This big area right here. They should put something here. A mod, I mean, should put something in this. This is a dried up lake bed. But, they should put something there. Ooh. Is there an upkeep fee for the crew on the ship? I don't think so. I think you just kind of, when you paid the ridiculous amount of ISK to buy the ship, you basically bought a contract on a, what do you call it? You basically bought a lifetime contract with a company that will funnel people in and out and handle all of the logistics for you. So you don't have to think about the crew at all. Like, they don't even exist in your mind. They're flavor text on the ship itself. So, the idea is that this management company you have a lifetime contract with is basically just handling everything. And that was included in the cost of the ship, which was an ungodly amount of money. So, yeah. Alright, proceed with caution. Nah, we're fine. We can go. We just need to... I'm looking over it. Yeah, that's Yomhouse Hall. I don't need to go to Yomhouse Hall. I need to go to Brad Brone. Oh, God, Broad Brone. There we go. I was going to say Gray Brone. Gotta go Gray Brone. Yeah. 1 hour. 1 hour away. Yes. They're basically there to act as the ship's immune system. You are the ship, exactly. Correct. Your capsule is yeah, the abandonment of the human body is basically electronic god. And they're your worshippers, more or less. More or less. It's scary stuff, really, when you look at that universe and how things are supposed to work. I personally really loved the Incarna content, and I stopped really caring about Eve. Eve got worse after I stopped caring about it. Like, it was still pretty good when I stopped, but what really killed it for me is when I realized that they had this whole system of, like, walking in stations and stuff that they were planning on implementing and basically ripped out of the game, and never properly implemented because some people threw a fit that it isn't improving their space flight. Like, isn't adding new ships or balancing things or adding new space flight things, even though they had built the Incarna content completely. Like, it was ready to go, more or less. They just had to finish tuning it. And they ended up ripping all that content out of the game because players got pissed. And, yeah. Do you think the next Doom or Arcane game or won't be available on PlayStation? Well, I mean, does it matter? You're, like... Let's talk about Elder Scrolls 6 for a second. If you play Skyrim on PlayStation, well, let's first of all, if you're playing Skyrim on PC, you get the script extender, right? You get all of the modding, all of it. If you then one step down from PC, you get Xbox. Xbox has modding, you know, very simple modding. You can't mod over 2 gigabytes in size, sadly, but let's go one step down from that, which are the PlayStation 4 users. They can't use mods with external assets because Sony won't let them. And basically, if you're playing a Bethesda game on a PlayStation, you're basically a peasant, okay? Above you, there are the aristocrats who play on Xbox, who get external assets in their mods, and from above them, you get the the royalty who are on PC, who can do whatever the hell they want with no limitations. You know, I'm just saying, Sony doesn't like you. They want to control you. Sony really doesn't like their user base. I mean, I'm like, I don't really buy into the whole PC Master Race thing. I use it as a satirical, you know, haha, that's funny. But when we put it in perspective, Sony's fucking over their customers. So, at this point, does it really matter that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming to the next PlayStation? Because the next PlayStation's gonna suck for Bethesda modding. And modding is what makes Bethesda games great. Alright, let's see here. Let's try breaking into the jewelry store. Oh no. Yes. Alright, keep going. Yeah, I never said that Bethesda games were great. I said that modding makes them great. A lot of extra content and time. Okay, well, we broke into the jewelry store and we stole everything. So, now we have to go ahead and stuff all the jewelry. Oh, God, this jewelry store sucked. I'm just looking at these items. They're barely worth being in my wagon. Okay, let's go to the Archaeologist Guild. They're open 24 hours a day now because I'm a high enough ranked member. I can get in whenever I want. And we're going to buy some potions. The potion seller should be awake. We are are very excited to go meet the potion seller. There he is. Archaeologist Guild. There. That's the main building. This is the annex. We need to be in the annex. Alright. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Good, 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 good. Mm-hmm. Now then. Potion seller. We need cure poison, restore power, orc strength, heal true, stamina, purification. We need to buy a few more sets of potions. The potion seller is very, very important to us. As you can see, we have money and we need to buy potions. Now we're out of money, unfortunately. I think. No, we have. Okay, we have 7,000 more, so we're good. Heal true. Where's my stamina potions? I need stamina potions, damn it. I'm looking at everything. Yes. Oh, you said rumors of Bethesda's optimizing the engine. Well, I mean, they already optimized the engine in Fallout 4 and Skyrim compared to Oblivion. Actually, they rewrote the engine and it became the creation engine. I also spit all over my my lower lip and chin. That was glorious. Okay, so we are going to now do purification and stamina. Very good. Just keep going for now. Anything else? Yes, one more round. It's the stamina potions I really wanted. But I think we'll go with what we got here. Okay. Be surprised how people get so fixated on the creation engine being completely different from Gamebryo when they are, like, it's still the same renderer it always was. Okay. Mages Guild. Pretty sure they're closed right now. And we're not going to get over there right now. Where do we need to... We need to go to the Temple of Kinnereth. Right here, actually. We need to turn the Holy Relic in right here. Our quest is done. We just need to find the damn entrance because we're not smart. There it is. Hello there. I love your outfit. But we must find... Ah, yes. Hello, miss. I need to talk to you. Here is the Holy Relic. Those Night Stalkers were wise to try to keep this out of my hands. She's an exterminator, by the way. She kills vampires. She's like a Belmont. Serious business. Yeah, we gave her the Holy Relic, and now she can murder the crap out of vampires. Gonna become a vampire killer. Let's go down to... Not the Laughing Griffin. God. The Lion and Helm. The Laughing Griffin had leftovers in the morning. I'm not sure I can stomach that today. Let's see. Good, good. The Lion and Helm. Now, let's go to one of these other taverns. I don't like the layout of any of those. That's the Thieves Guild. Hopefully I can get a good night's sleep. I'm actually quite tired. It says I'm well rested, but that's not true. Let's see. You do hope whatever they're doing helps modding instead of breaking it. Yeah, that was my main concern back when we were talking about paid mods. And I discussed that a bit in one of my videos. Oh, the Crimson Hedgehog. Let's go check that place out. Okay, this place looks a bit better. Hello, sir. Yes, what do you got? Oh, you got Flynn. Good. The kitchen's closed for the night. Well, that's fine. Just give me another bit of Flynn, and we'll talk to her. Any news? Let's see here. The archaeologist trainers are out to get Mara. Freaking Mara. Stealth and secrecy. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do a quest for you. All right, so go to the Restless Skull, Queen's Dragon Tavern, get a letter from the courier. Take it and leave this false place. Do not disturb any of his belongings. If he finds the letter has been switched, all my plans will be ruined. Okay, so that's what we have to do. We have to deal with this. So, we got to go to the Queen's Tavern and we have to switch out a letter. I'm okay with that. Well, we'll do it in the morning, though. I assume I have 15 days to do it, so. Let's see here. Oh, hello, everyone. Hey, you look like you're adventurous. I'm retired. I like to reminisce about the good old days. Yeah, let's go ahead and answer 5 questions. Yeah, you do. All right, let's begin. Magicka is intelligence and willpower? No, it's not. 1 down. Strength determines the part of your max health? No. That's 2. Endurance makes you lose 2 points. More endurance makes you lose. No. You need dwarven weaponry or better to hit a vampire? Yes. Unfortunate mistake. All her questions were no. That's unfortunate. Hello there. Any news? Let's see. Archaeologist Debella. Oh, interesting. So the archaeologists are now against both Mara and Debella simultaneously. Like, Mara and Debella have allied, and now the archaeologists are against both of them. That's crazy the way the political factions have shifted. Okay. Let's sleep in here for the night. Yes. Of course I haven't rented a room because that would be smart. I was too busy talking to nice ladies who are indeed a part of the prostitute faction. That is a part of the game. Hello there. Any news? Ariel's bow was found and then lost again. It's in stories, a single arrow could kill any creature. It's true. It has a chance to anyway. See, Ariel's bow has an ability on it called Sphere of Negation, which means that it has a chance to instantly kill its target. Alright, are they planning to expand the Creation Club? Well, I imagine they'll replace the Creation Club. Creation Club wasn't very successful in name. Like, it got a bunch of bad press. But if they just change it to bonus DLC, you know, do you want to buy some extra DLC? There we go. We got DLCs ready for the. I could see that happening. I really could. You know, just drop the pretense of calling it the. Just drop all the pretense. You know, of calling it the Creation Club and just be like microtransactions or, you know, DLCs. Here's some micro DLC. Here, in fact, they could just call it the, you know, the Crown Store or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Yes. They don't need to give it a special name. I do have to go AFK for just a moment. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's see here. It's morning. Okay, let's start off with bread and cheese. Okay, gruel and bread and cheese. At least it's better than leftovers. Got the bread and cheese. Along with some Flynn. Are we really getting drunk? Nah, we're fine. In fact, give me an ale. Okay, we should be, yeah, we're all right now. Yeah, absolutely. I want to buy Dwarf Fortress on Steam. Any ETA on that, or is it just kind of the same thing we heard about before the virus started? All right, Mages Guild's down here. Hello, Mr. Khajiit. He's a magic item seller. Leaping Mark. Okay, we got Toxic Cloud. Don't need a Leaping Mark. Oh, sir? No, we don't need anything from him either. That was a waste of our time, mostly. Waste of our time! I need to figure out where we need to go now. Yes. Of course, the Fighters Guild is exactly what I don't need. Second to do 2 more things. Be okay now. Alright. Contemplating. We need to head over to the Queen's Dragon's Tavern, which, based on where we are, can actually take the road east. RimWorld added a mod that added height to the game. That's funny. Personally, RimWorld isn't for me, but I can see why some people love it. Dwarf Fortress, on the other hand, has so much simulation in it that it'll keep me interested just reading the different descriptions and things for the for everything in the game, you know, as I play it, because everything is procedurally generated, so that includes the history of the world, the characters, their beliefs, you know, mythic figures, and all of this stuff. Like, it generates a surprising amount of history for the world as well. So every individual world you play in Dwarf Fortress, it's been generated, basically has its own lore, and it's fun to learn about while you're kind of building your fortress up and such. And you can, I mean, you can even do like adventuring. You can go in the adventure mode in the same world as you have your fortress, and it's really hilarious. So yeah, RimWorld is how do I put this? I just I guess the type of game that it is, I kind of don't really gravitate toward. So it has to have something exceptional and stand out. Let me see. Ooh. Can someone play perpetually in the same world? That's a very good question. I don't think so, because it has ages, and eventually you kind of reach the last age. And yeah, it would be interesting to see what would happen, though. See here, because I've never actually done that. The world's in sorry, chances are the world will end in some kind of horrific event, probably an undead apocalypse. Well, yes. If you end up in an undead biome, anything that dies there raises again. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, proceed with caution. Yes. And enemies are nearby. Great. I failed to avoid, and we got tigers. Yes. Good. I mean, the main problem is that the world is ongoing, so eventually the goblins will invade. Eventually this will happen. Eventually that'll happen. It might not, due to how the procedural generation works, but what I'm trying to say is Like, everything won't stay peachy keen in your world. Eventually, things are gonna snowball out of control, and you're gonna find that whatever ideal settings you had in that world will change. And yes, the RNG is against you. Well, yeah. I mean, political factions are changing, and the different races don't stay friendly forever. Yes. In such a scenario, your only survivors will be villagers in the middle of nowhere. Not due to anything actually simulated, but because they're too small to register to villains and shenanigans like that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is, it's possible for those small villages to then grow up after, you know, the main threat has died out. The problem is that in a goblin invasion, yes, it's possible for that to happen. In an undead invasion, the world is pretty much screwed at that point. But keep in mind, your world can be around for thousands and thousands of years. So, it really depends on, again, how long you generated it. And you'd be surprised, like, all these heroic deeds get done during generation as well. Like, what do you call them? Giant enemies, bosses, whatever. I forgot what they're called. But they're like these big heroic events that occur during world generation. And they get integrated into the lore of the world. Let's see here. Alright. Give me magic items. What do you got? Toxic clouds. Unrestrainable shirt. This shirt is unrestrainable. Look at... Hold on. This shirt is unrestrainable. Just like... just like... Oh no, 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 no. Okay, this is fine. This is, yes, exactly. Don't worry about it too much. Oh my. We are going to, check out these temples up there. Don't worry about it too much. The Order of the Hour. What's the other one? And the Benevolence of Mara. Don't care about either of those. In fact, I'm obligated to hate the Benevolence of Mara right now. Yes. Jewelry store. We're at Ipsdale right now. We really need to be proceeding on to the Queen and Dragon's Tavern. But I don't really have a direction there. Okay, the Queen and Drag is up north. So we have to take the road east and then keep going. I don't remember, Momo, but again, I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I just remember, like, something has more or less come in and usurped Finis, and I don't remember what it is. Like, Finis is old news. Been replaced. And I don't remember what the alternative is. Okay. Come on. Now, it needs choppy instant motion because it's a grid-based game. It's just that the graphics are an overlay on it. Alright. We're going to ignore these people, and we're going to go north. This is a real crossroads. I just noticed. North. Thank you. There's a town directly north there. We're gonna kind of ignore them. Well, it's Greywold. Hold on. Think if there's anything I want in Greywold. Probably not. Let's just go around it. Is that a road that leads off into the side? Yeah, it is. North, northeast, yeah. It's definitely gotta be... There it is. I can see the road now. I couldn't see the road before. It was dipping down. Gonna take a moment and figure out what's going on. Cast stamina. How we doing? Oh, we're simply too cold. Our unrestrainable shirt, unfortunately, is not warm enough for us. So we'll throw on this heavy coat and put on a couple cloaks. There we go. Stealth is an important skill for us hunters. Really? How are you, sir? Pick his pocket. Some scraps of snakeskin. That's unfortunate. You keep hunting, hunter. Ooh. Magic the Gathering manga? Really? That sounds terrible. I mean, the Magic the Gathering novels didn't have any any life points or anything like that. Jeez. Oh, it's based in 90s. Oh, God. It's a manga about people playing Magic the Gathering? Fuck off. That sounds terrible. I was thinking about the books that actually take place in the different dimensions. Like, in the world of Magic the Gathering. And, and then you just tell me, no, it's a manga about kids who play Magic. Like, holy fuck, that sounds terrible. Oh. Ugh. Disgusting, actually. God, what was the name? The Queen. Queen and Dragon, I believe. Yeah, I think it was called Queen and Dragon. Queen and Dragon. 2 hours away. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so it would be the Queen's Dragon. Yeah, so it's... Oof. I'm just looking at that right now. We gotta go north before we can get there, so it's fine. Just gonna keep going. No, we don't need to hunt birds next to town. Gotta take this road up north. There we go. It's good. Wayrest is an interesting place. See here. No, nothing. Enemies. Spriggans and bears, oh my. Spriggan dead. Bears are next. Yes. Damn. Okay. How long until a total conversion mod will happen in Daggerfall Unity? Doubt anytime soon. Someone would have to redo all the graphics. Are you volunteering? Of course not. I'm just saying someone's going to need to do all that for a total conversion to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, anything else? Looking over this list. Oh, it's a lot of meat. Don't worry, put it all away. Put it all away. Okay, I think that'll do. Now we can finish looting the meat. Take that arrow. Go, go, go. Won't be a while before I can add or replace enemies. Yes. Impending, thank you for subscribing. You want Requiem for Daggerfall Unity? I mean, it'd be possible. Distinctly possible. There are already unleveled dungeons and unleveled monsters and unleveled loot mods for the game. Unleveled quests. Yep. Have we arrived yet? The answer is no. Getting late, though. I'm thinking rather than proceeding onward, we take a nap. It's either that or let me have a look at some of these other locations. Front Shrine, Pintail Farm, more crofts. Hold on. Queen's Dragon Tavern. It is 2 hours and 30 minutes away. We'll go there in the morning. We'll go there in the morning. It's still too far away. The Restless Rascal. Well, yeah, Daggerfall Unity multiplayer is what everyone wants. I mean, the Iliac Bay is so big that this could be a real MMO space, and people could place custom locations in the wilderness and basically go and say, yeah, I mean, you know, custom dungeons, custom locations. Like, the world is there and basically pre-built. It's big enough to be a colossal sandbox for people to play in. Alakir Desert. Alakir Desert is actually really huge. Okay. Let's continue. So, we are... Oh yeah, the Ashton residence. We were here before. Persistent world server. Basically. There's a lot you could do with it in the factioning systems as well. Let's go with the... whoops. I don't have enough money? Of course I don't have enough money. I put it all in my wagon. Take 300 out. Hello, I need some elk and some flynn. And a room for the night. Yes. We spend a lot of money on just pleasantries. Food, drink, so on. Yeah, stamina, buoyancy, jumping, levitation, light, slow falling, and balm. Sleep. Need to practice those magics before bed. It's 2 a.m. We could probably waste a little more. Okay. That'll do. It'd be like 3 hours. Yep, 5 a.m. Now. Let's go with some Vardenfell, actually, mint tea. Mint tea is good for waking up in the morning. And then we'll have some bread and cheese as breakfast. And here we are. We are awake, and we are going to head on out to the location we need to go to. Let's see. Queen's Dragon, I believe it's called. Yes, there's the Queen's Dragon. It should be like 2.5 hours. We're just going to cut through the wilderness again. As nice as all this stuff is, we need to get there and be mostly undetected. I say that. Bears. Whole pack of them. And giants. Oh, goodness. Okay, we need to kill these giants before we fight the bears. I'm actually concerned about this. Let's put on our gear, for one thing. Yeah, despite the fact the metal will start to freeze. Looking at this situation, like, I can move faster than they can, but, you know, it's just pecking at this point. Toxic Cloud, here we go! Damn right. We just Got rid of 4 bears instantly with that. Okay. You're not sure the Daggerfall Unity player base is big enough to support such a thing? What are you talking about? It would be easy, and you could get like 20 people. 20, 30 people. You'd be surprised. The persistent world servers for Neverwinter Nights were completely able to do such a thing. Remember that a lot of it, there's a simulation running in the background of Daggerfall with all the political factions. All you really need to do is expand on that system. Thus, the NPCs will war amongst themselves without the player's intervention. And if the player decides to try to tip one of those wars in, you know, one NPC faction's favor or not, that would be up to the player. So, say 20 or 30 players could influence those fights, but if, you know, half or 2/3 of those players quit, you would still have the simulation running. Those fights would still be happening between the NPC factions. And the simulation would go on just like it does in my game right now with the political factions. Oh, here we go. Bam. Giant. Very good. Then it would just be about tuning. So if one player faction, you know, started becoming dominant because everyone rolled characters on that one to be, quote-unquote, the winners, then you'd simply have the server owner start to implement some features, you know, where the other factions start allying and making things harder, and maybe give a leg up to other players who want to champion one of those other factions that are failing in the simulation. And thus, you would have a bit of admin meddling, but through that meddling, you could achieve not a balance, but rather a turbulent, a continual set of, you know, war, peace, and revolution, like you got in real life. Oh my goodness. Ooh. We're the dominant people. We rule the Iliac Bay. Are you sure about that? I think there's a rebellion, and those 3 factions that didn't like you have all allied. And now if players want to create new characters on those factions, or better yet, take their old character and betray their old faction, you know, there's a space for them to excel faster than if they had just, you know, stayed your underlings. A lot of potential in that. And you could do that with 30, 40 players. In fact, I suspect it would get more players if you know, advertised that there was a server running those kind of features. It would draw people in from other games. All right, let's see here. Ooh. I mean, what are we doing here? Oh, yes, I remember now. The Restless Skull. And we need to steal this guy's thingamabobber. Do not ever darken my doorway again. That's what it says, so. Oops. The Restless Skull. There it is. Tavern looks like any other. Now we have to find the letter. Okay. There it is. Oh god, I can't take the ring. But, I love only you. And I'm changing it to do not ever darken my doorway. Yes. As the letter is full of lives, leaves your fingers, you know your quest is half done. Alright, let's see. Very good, very good. Sneak into the Restless Skull, replace the true letter. If I'm caught, I'm on my own. Gotta get out of here. So, she's like, I love you. And she, you know, like, I love you, here's a ring. Like, I don't take the ring, because if you do, you'll fail the quest. Instead, drop just, like, pick up the true letter that says I love you, and replace it with the don't ever darken my doorstep again letter. That's good stuff. Contemplating. Okay, so. We need to go back to Broadbrone. Should be to the east. Is it to the east? Find out. No, that's Broadbrone. Yeah, so that's down south. That's actually very close to us right now. We just have to head west, it looks like. West. Let's go. We got the letter full of lies, which will break up a couple. And we got bandits. We got bandits. We're gonna leave. Oh, bear. You're not taking that bear. Can I take off your hands? I'll feed my family for a week. Sure it will. Sure it will. Goodbye. I'm not ready to fight 2 packs of bandits at once. I'm gonna run over this hill and get on my horse and get the hell out of here. I'm actually faster than my horse, I think, with my run skill being broken. For those who don't know, when I became a wereboar, which I don't intend on staying one, some skills got boosted. My jumping being 125%, running being 98%, climbing 106, dodging 84. You can see how things got boosted beyond what they're supposed to be due to my supernatural nature. They will, again, I'm probably going to get this cured as soon as people tell me, hey, you've done bad. Let me see here. I'm gonna drop these. You can't remove this item? Well, too bad. Let's go. I have to return to Baron Zaya as well. On my way back. Haven't done that yet. Yep. Good, good, good. You said the 1%ers all float to top? Of course. And you have to understand something. What I suggested wasn't a magic cure either. When you make changes like that, like, you know, you introduce shakeups, you have to make sure people know that shakeups like that are actually part of the core game design. Because otherwise they will feel cheated that their dominance in the game isn't assured. Like, they will feel like, okay, well, I was cheated by the game that, you know, they nerfed my invincible status or whatever. That's how people will view it. It's not true, like, because of incorrect expectations. The real expectation that no one can be dominant forever, and that the longer they remain dominant, the more forces will seek to unseat them. And it's all about how long can you remain dominant, and then watch as your little empire, you know, crumbles, and then you have to, you know, you have to rebel against the new one that's replaced you, basically, or join it. And it's an interesting idea, but, you know, very difficult to execute. All right. Be on the watch for bears. Yeah. It was just Hunter. He spawned. He wanted to talk to me. I said no. Okay. You've arrived. Longway Minster. Okay. Gotta continue south. We go. Enemy seeking to prevent my travel. Oh, crap. Centaurs and harpies. Centaurs and harpies. We're gonna hit them all with toxin. Damn right. See, they're low-class enemies. So a giant pack of low-class enemies came at me, and I just hit them all with toxin. And they all just exploded simultaneously. It was glorious. Orcish right pauldron, nice. Indeed. Hippity hoppity. All your gear is now my Argonian's property. Alright, let's see. Daedric Claymore. Daedric Greaves. Very good, very good. Oops. Mm-hmm. Right. I continue south. Ooh. I know you're talking about Sword of Damocles, but yeah, that is equally difficult to deal with. But again, if you, what I'm trying to say is, if you were to design something with a, hold on a second, we gotta say no, then pacify the agent and continue. So, the whole idea of a ever-shifting meta is actually a neat thing. The problem is that players need to understand from entry that it's an ever-shifting meta. If it isn't expressly told to them, they will feel cheated when it changes. So that is an issue. Let me see here. We have arrived in Chesterwall Barrow. We've got a statue of a flautist there. I believe we are almost to Yomhouse Hall. Let's see, where do we need to go exactly? We needed to go to either the... Yeah. I was going to say Broadbrone. How far is How far is Broadbrone? That's the question. Contemplating... Right. Broadbrone is 1 hour and 30 minutes away. And we have to head down south and then over. So yeah, it's south and then west. Okay. Enemies. Wait, are those centaurs and giants in the town? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm leaving. I'm on the road. You can't stop me. You guys are behind me, not in front of me. Yes. The ESO's meta changes every 3 months. Well, I mean, ESO's meta changing is all about them releasing DLC. Keep that in mind. They want, like, anytime they release a new dungeon or anything, they really want you to get that new DLC. And they want you to create new characters and keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. It is like PvP isn't the main focus. It isn't the star of ESO. And because it isn't, you end up with a lot of issues. He said you spent a month and a half grinding and preparing your build for another. Yeah, well, yeah. And that's the way ESO is designed now. They don't tell you that. Yeah. They don't tell you that. The expectation is that, well, I'm going to have the best thing, and then I'll have the best thing, but then it changes almost instantly. the issue with that is, again, it's not player-based. And when I say meta, when I'm talking about meta, I'm talking more about factioning and, you know, political factions and stuff like that in a big sandbox game like this. Not necessarily, I'm going to use bows with fire oil because that is the strongest strategy. That's not what I'm actually talking about when I say meta. I'm actually talking about, you know, like which faction would you side with and why, and you know, like, does it benefit you? Like, because everyone is everyone ends up joining the quote-unquote winning side in a PvP faction-based game. And so you'd need to have a game that the factions shift, and it actually benefits you not to join the winning side every time. In fact, the winning side will become the losing side eventually, as you know, the political factions shift. Okay, I accidentally went way down south. That's unfortunate. Duh. Hey, stop it. I'm circumventing this city. It's really weird. Oh, boy. So, yeah, we gotta go back up north. Don't worry about it. I'm wasting tons and tons of time going in all odd directions because I'm not, you know, I'm just kind of chatting while I'm running. Alright, let's see here. So when I'm talking about shaking up the meta, we got bandits and their harpy minions. What I mean is you build a system where it's expected that you can't hold on to your throne forever. So either you, you know, the goal is to hold on to your status as long as possible as the game constantly piles on unfair odds against you until, you know, your little empire crumbles, it's replaced by another one, and you have a choice. Are you going to join the faction that that beat you, or are you going to try to get your faction back up and, you know, go from this the loser state that you've entered to the winning state? So, my goodness. Okay, let's continue. So we are going to do that. We're gonna kill these rogues. No problem there. Really wish the lycanthrope hunter would send me a job to kill these guys, or should I say to get rid of my lycanthropy, because I'm really overpowered right now as a result. Undead apocalypse event? Not really, no. Again, it would have to do with the other factions uniting, gaining power, despite your quote-unquote dominance, and eventually overthrowing your faction. Wouldn't be a zombie apocalypse, it would be a, you said, just, oh, yeah. Sorry. Hold on. It would just be the idea of using the political faction to create a, I'm trying to get a good example here, but honestly, it's just gonna, I can't think of an adequate one, so let's use an inadequate explanation, and that's, think of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, where you know, that era that didn't, like, I'm pretty convinced didn't really exist, but left a huge impression on culture anyway. Basically, it's the idea that you have these ever-shifting alliances and between these three major powers. Bustard Rebellions and Powder Kegs, yes. And remember that the players are helping one political faction rise to power over another. They aren't the kings, they're the kingmakers. And therefore they're the nobility underneath the kings, as it were. And so eventually you incentivize players to betray one king in favor of another. And, you know, the quote-unquote most favored gets his legs knocked out from under him as a result. It would be interesting designing a system like that for an online game. Where even if, again, all the players quit, the NPCs factions would still be fighting each other regardless. It's just a player could jump in and then decide to help or hinder other factions. Akaviri pork fried rice. Room for the night. Cyrodiilic brandy, thanks. Let's talk to this lady. Happy to see you. Damn right you are. Blurk is the new Count of Ace for you. Okay. No, it isn't even Daggerfall anymore at that point. I'm thinking of something that is completely off the wall, batshit crazy from Daggerfall's original vision. It wouldn't be a what if Daggerfall was good. It'd be just completely... this goes against the spirit of the Bethesda game and becomes something entirely different. Let's see here. It's closer to what I had envisioned for what if Elder Scrolls Online was good, if you go check that out. I actually have a video, 3 videos up of that. I know I said I'd do 4, but I can't be bothered. So, here we are in Ipsdale. We'd head west. It's a snowy day. I was going to say a rainy day today, but it's snowing. I'm going to check out this pawn shop here. You want a faction where you can help Ulfric Stormquack obtain dominance over the other factions? I understand. I understand completely. And yes, he's even got his scars there on the side of his face. Used gear? Open right now. Damn. The used gear store isn't open at the moment. It opens at 9. Oh, it opens in 1 minute. In fact, it is open right now. Oh, that's not the kind of one there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, up on my top shelf here, I have Ulfric Stormquack and the Vault Boy. Yes, the Vault Duck. Yeah. And then, of course, my favorite out of all these little kids' toys we got here is my Barrow Katir Noggle. I like this very much. Yes. Huge fan of the Barrow Katir Noggle. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in that shelf. Let's keep going. Let's look at the different shelves. Alright. Sell any meat we have here. Because it's gonna go moldy and rotten, so want to get it out of our inventory at the moment. The meat merchant mod. Give me 40 gold. 35 gold, fine. Checking these. Orcish Saber. Can't use that. Right. Anyway, we're leaving. A Rust server. Okay. I used to play on a Minecraft server a long time ago that had 3 main factions. There was, quote-unquote, red, blue, and outlaws. And the outlaw faction had had all these really... they were supposed to outnumber the red and blue. But the red and blue had specific territories and footholds that made it more favorable. There was also like an RPG magic system on that server as well. And kind of progression and a currency system and a few other things. I don't remember any of the details about it, to be honest. It's been a long, long time since I played it. But they had PvP warfare in that. Where during open warfare, during times of peace, your buildings were protected. Anything you built was absolutely protected and could not be broken. And it would just be, you could like claim a plot of land or a whole lot and make it whatever you need it to be. And then during a time of war, that protection is removed and everyone can just destroy everything. But then certain materials are a lot tankier, could, absorb a lot more hits. So it really wasn't worth your time to try to burrow through things. So, it was the idea that you'd build your city walls out of obsidian or some shit and just kind of... like your city walls would be extremely tanky, but there had to be ways in. Like, you couldn't just create a dome. So people would, build ladders and climb up the city wall and stuff like that during a siege. And it was all Minecraft. That's the funny part. Like, you could burrow through basically anything, but it took too long. Because of how they manipulated material strengths. Alright, we got bandits. We gotta kill them. Go, 4 gold pieces on that. 3 gold pieces, 5 gold pieces. Kind of funny. Just let's hit them all with toxin. I've tapped all of them several times. If we hit them with toxin, they should die. Or not. Wow. Okay, one more time. Well, I killed one. And we severely damaged the others. Okay. That's fine. We took care of him. Loot the coins. Oh, Daedric Battle Axe. Okay. Are slightly hurt, but it shouldn't matter. Save the game. There's the city. Successfully avoided an encounter. Most excellent. We've arrived. I gotta go tell Hazelnut that his new version that he gave me, his test version of travel options, is working perfectly. And that it has fixed all the bugs. Yes. I'll be taking the coin pouch off you. Call for the guards if you want. They won't be able to help you by the time I cut you down. Really? You think so? Oh, that thief. That thief. Damn shame. Damn shame. Love these flash in the pan mini simulated worlds. Then, like you saw, they turned to dust, deleted ones and zeros forever. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is we had this great server. I don't remember the name. I don't remember any detail, like real details about it. It was back when Minecraft was, like Minecraft modding had just really gotten going. But, I mean, it had a magic system. It had a bunch of really cool things like mini quests and stuff. But at the end of the day, after like 3 or 4 kingdom conflicts, finally they just decided, you know what, like there's newer versions of Minecraft, and we want to upgrade to the newer versions, which means like all these mods are going to break, and we don't know if we really want to make new ones. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of shrug and you know, we'll make it, like, we'll make a new server, but it won't have mods, and then we'll, you know, slowly add mods to it. And by that point, it was kind of done. They never really made the server as good as it was before, and because they moved to the newer version, the old world was basically wiped out. It was gone. So that was it. Just, you know, again, disappeared into ones and zeros. Anyway, have a look at this picture here. It's kind of interesting. Okay then. Oh my. Okay. Let me see here. We're gonna go check out the Mages Guild up there. Well, they open in an hour. What can I do in the meantime? Go check out the local temple, I guess. See if there's a Temple of Archay in this region. Hello there. I'd like to talk to you. Yes, I'd like to talk to you about the local guilds. It's just a mages guild? What about temples? The Order of the Hour. Okay. I don't care about the Order of the Hour. Thank you, though. Oh, very nearby. Restless Dungeon. Let me show you, mark it on your map. Really? These are important people. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to go to the Restless Dungeon. Instead, I'm going to hang out by the Mages Guild. Yeah. Just going to loiter out here for an hour. Alright. Hello, Mr. Khajiit. Need to talk to you about magic items. Do you by chance have a gauntlets of fireballs? Let's see. Elven Dagger of Wizard's Fire, Best of Fireballs. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just have the vest. I am A-okay with that. We got some magic there. Pretty happy about that. We are in Gallowing Garden, which is totally not where I need to go. I think we have to go east. Yeah, Brad Brown is west, actually. Not east. Directly west. Yes. Ooh. You said you made a lot of childhood friends on Minecraft servers? I can't really say the same. Of course, I made my childhood friends in real life. And I ended up marrying one of them. So, you know. Video games weren't nearly as time-consuming and all-consuming with the internet. The internet wasn't really a thing when I was a kid. We had modems, but, you know, they went about 300 bits per second. So, you didn't really, do anything other than contact a bulletin board service. Okay. I mean, I had met people, like, online on those bulletin board services, but I couldn't tell you anything about them because we strictly used usernames. You know, like, I'm pretty sure that one of them I met in I've met again semi-recently on the what do you call it, on Serbius. But that's because a lot of the people who played on Cerberus insist on using their same usernames as they used back then. So it's interesting to run into them and see them doing that, you know, like basically replaying the game that I played long time ago. And, you know, they have the same username in multiple games, so, but it was always a kind of, you know, you have to ask, are you the person from Cerberus? And it's like, yeah. And you'd meet them in other games that were similar on other services or platforms. But again, it was all pre-internet, so it took a while for the internet to catch up and become the thing it is now. All right, we're in Bradbrone. Let's dive into the Archaeologist Guild here. Hello there. Restore power, purification, stamina, orc strength, heal true. Well, I mean, a lot of people in your early 20s, though, weren't given access to the internet by their parents. They had access to the internet when they were at school or the library, but they weren't given cell phones growing up. And they weren't given computers or even game consoles. They were expected to conform to how their parents lived their life. And so very often you will encounter people that, you know, never necessarily formed online friendships. And that they coexist in this world of ours from the same generation as... what you're talking about. All right, let's see. We got, I'm gonna grab 1,000 gold just so we can do this. Okay. Got healing. Purification, stamina, orc strength. I need more stamina potions. That's what I need more than anything else. Don't really need... Yeah, there we go. Stamina, restore power. Still true. And healing, heal true. Stamina. One more time. Stamina. Purification. Don't have enough gold for that. I mean, I could always pick up more gold for my wagon, but no, it's just a reminder, hey, you're spending too much money on purification potions, you're not going to spend all of them. Whereas you should be buying restore power potions and stamina potions. So what you should be buying. Okay. That should do it. Let's figure out where we need to go. So, Mr. Wicksmith. I've forgotten where Mr. Wicksmith was. So busy. So let's go ahead and ask where Mr. Wicksmith is. Freaking Argonian! Always begging us common folk for help. What have you done for me lately? Damn. Okay. Hello there. Always a pleasure indeed. Well, since it's always a pleasure, where's Mr. Wicksmith? I reckon a little wandering around might write good improvement in your manners. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, normal speech then. Listen, I ain't got time for this. Why don't you just kiss off? Damn. Alright, hello, miss. Okay. Mr. Wicksmith? Why don't you try asking me like a normal human would? Okay. Why don't you try asking me like a normal human would? Okay. Because I know where he is, but I don't want to tell the likes of you. Damn. Hello, sir. Do you know where Mr. Wicksmith is? I don't think I want to tell you. Are you sure? Oh, yeah, that's the right person. Look at this. Salutations. I hoped you might direct me. I don't think I want to tell you. I go, okay, where do I get to him? You asked the right person. Very good, very good. Let me go ahead and let me hit that there. So, yeah, it's pretty good. That dialogue was interesting, just how that worked out. You can copy that whole conversation to the logbook if you want. The Crimson Hedgehog, that's where we need to go. Right, the Crimson Hedgehogs. Down here, okay. To the south. I'm actually going to just rotate around the... They're going to circumvent this area. Yes. Ooh, stop. How we doing? Fox and Scorpion, Crimson Hedgehogs down there, okay. Do a stop here, very good. Knuckles is not a hedgehog. Alright, we can probably advance to Ton Market and sleep there. I think that might be a good idea. So what we're going to do from him, we're going to ask for some cabbage biscuits. And then, that's it. Yes. Don't worry about any of this. It's all okay. It's all okay. Figure out which way I want to go. Should be east. We'll get us over there to Ton Market. No, it's west, actually. Yeah, it's just a group of people. Don't worry about it. Oh, bears and spriggans, oh my. We're leaving. We're leaving. Okay. Yeah, I went the wrong way. I realized it was west. I keep going east. We should be okay. Yeah, this is the way. We have been shown the way. And I had to close something really quick. Close, 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 close. Enemies seeking to prevent my travel. Harpies! I can tear through them almost immediately. Provided I can actually hit them. That's it. Can't do it, can't do it. We did it. Wasn't that meme spawned from VR chat? I'm just thinking VR chat was extremely popular for a very short amount of time. People made very elaborate mods, and then it became a base for illegal activities. And since then, it dropped out of popularity for some reason. But I remember in VR chat, people would constantly, like, they would have a movie theater inside of a VR chat room where they would watch things that it was like copyrighted content and even straight up illegal content, stuff that, you know, in various countries is not legal to share. Let's see, bandage there. Very good. And would be instantly taken down off of pretty much any platform. But because it was VR chat, it was mostly ignored. Mage's Guild here. Been through here yet. Let's go check it out. Looks like it's open, so. Ooh. Ask this man here. No. Gotta go up and around. Hello, Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket has a healing holy dagger. Stab yourself and get healed. Very good. Elven dagger of wizard's fire. Frosty katana of storms. Yeah. Wizard's fire looks good enough, I guess. Let's do it. Okay. Until you realize he's basically taking a crap on a bucket while he's reading. Yeah. That's basically what's happening. That's close enough. Bandits are trying to attack the town. Bandits are trying to attack the town. Okay. So, let's hide behind this guy. That's not the kind of dagger I want. No. What does this dagger do? Wizard's fire. What about wizard's fire? More wizard's fire? Yes, more wizard's fire. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's not the dagger I wanted. This is the dagger I wanted. Good. We're gonna try to pick their pockets bit by bit. The game might let us as we tear through some of them. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's hit them with toxin. Here we go. Good. Killed 2 of them instantly, and the others were so wounded, I was able to tear through them easily enough. Levitation potion. Iron. Good enough. You don't think I was ever caught? I mean, why would I be caught with my 52 pickpocketing, which is affected by agility, which is 100. I'm considered meteoric. Yes. I am really fast. Eat the apple. If I can get that second corpse loot, because I know there's multiple corpses here. There we go. Dwarven mace. That's fine, we're good. We can continue. No, wait, that's east. I need to go west. Definitely need to go west. Pathway is that way. So yes, west it is. They tried to attack a town, and this lizard man with red armor and a teal cloak just kind of met their army at the front and said, and held up a dagger and went stab, 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 stab. It was ridiculous. Then he sprayed toxin all over everyone, and that's when they knew it was over. There's a hawk shop here. Let's go check that out. Not a good hawk shop. The Red Knight. Immediately thinking of the terrible Fate Mordred. Because you have to understand that in the Fate series, Mordred is a lady. Because that makes a lot of sense, you see. King Arthur was a lady. And Morgana Le Fay was a lady. So obviously, her father, King Arthur, was a lady. Like, Mordred, that is. Mordred's father, King Arthur, was a lady. It was, but then she was the Red Knight. It's really bizarre. Okay, friendly face. May Akatosh bless you. Don't care. Don't really care. I can't get sick. Yes, the Fate Grand Order created a a big, sexy, grown-up version of Queen Arthur there. Because they could, and they knew people would spend money to get the character. Even if the original Fate version of that character wasn't really, didn't really look like that. Like, well, we can draw new artwork, because these are all 2D sprites. We can draw new artwork, and then we can get money as people continually spend premium currency to try to pull her from the random rolls, because it's one of those games. Terrible, that is, by the way. Terrible. I'm gonna go sleep in the Moaling Chasm, I figure. Yes. Hello, sir. You have Morrowind drink, some radish salad, very good. Let's have a chat with the flautist over here. Very good. Said from literal porn beginnings, the Fate series started with a porn game, and then it turned into not porn endings, but it turned into a kind of hey, they're obviously selling sex at this point, even if it isn't outright porn. All right, someone ran into a lucky oh, Mr. Wicksmith. Into a lucky streak. Interesting. Hello, miss. A few hours to kill. Help me out. I have a pet bear that needs to go for a walk. No. But he's tame! Oh, no. These naked ladies always need people to walk their bears for them. But he's tame. I didn't rent a room, did I? I cast the jumping spell, which is hilarious. Room. Yes. Very good. I thought it would just be a guy in a bear suit. Alright, we are going to now cast Levitate, Light, Orc Strength, Slow Falling, and Stamina. It's 1 a.m. Gonna spend a bit more time. So, Stamina, Buoyancy, Balm, Jumping, Levitate, and Slow Falling. Then we sleep. And should be morning, 5:21. The kitchen probably won't be open yet. Hello, sir. Give me some berry juice. And then I assume the kitchen, yeah, the kitchen's closed for the night. Whatever. That's fine. Let's just get out of here. Doesn't matter. That's west. We must head back to Wayrest. Turn in our quest. We already turned in our quest. My bad. But I do need to get back to Wayrest nonetheless. Oh, we got bandits. No problem there. Yes. Exactly. Exactly, Momo. Very good. We have obvious emotes there, like those, and then of course can't forget that one as well. All right, we are going to fight these guys. Ow! 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 I forgot that bandits have their pet tigers. Oh, I was getting shot in the back. That explains it. I was confused there, trying to figure out what's happening. And the answer is Toxic Cloud. Alright. Last tiger is done. Put all this stuff away. Oh, alchemy ingredients. Okay. Looking at it going, why are there so many? That'll do. What else? Yeah, we're all good. Get up and go. It's morning, which means in the next town we should be able to order a meal. No, we're not hunting animals. This is the deep, deep wilderness. We are like an hour from a place we can go there. Mm-hmm. Okay, we've arrived at a shrine. Not quite there yet, but just need to go. Let's look inside the shrine. This is Kuolin. So Kuolin, what have we got going on here? Hello. Grand to see you, Whispers in Shadow. Everybody knows the Knights of the Dragon had a grudge against Cities, but they're really going at it. Well, okay, so the place he mentioned is actually an island over here, which only contains one location. It's a vampire dungeon, where a particular bloodline, vampire bloodline that is, has a little home there. They're based out of this location. So the Knights of the Dragon are the Knights of Daggerfall, and now they hate the vampires here, and they're really going at it. That's ridiculous, and that's the political drift dealing with factions that don't really make sense. And it's how the game's designed to function. It's just, you know, they didn't thought about it too much. One interesting thing about this location I mention every once in a while, in the vanilla game, not Daggerfall Unity, but in the vanilla game, if you go into the dungeon on this island and you actually you manage to pickpocket enemies enough to get the Thieves Guild to come after you, and they'll send you a note. The game will crash instantly whenever the Thieves Guild sends its note. And that's because the Thieves Guild is mandated to generate specific locations for its quest. In other words, like the Thieves Guild joining quest has some pretty specific requirements. It needs a person's house that you steal from, and it needs a person in a tavern that you take the item to, or in a house that you take it to, but it needs recipients and stuff. Well, this only has a single dungeon and nothing else in it. So what ends up happening is the game just crashes when you get the note. Like, out in the wilderness, you just receive the note and the game crashes. It's kind of funny. All the other regions it works, because there are people's houses out there. Harpies. Harpies. Back off for a second. Damn. Done and done. Mummy wrappings. Okay. See the way it says there's no treasure on that body, but I know for a fact the other one had arrows, so I'm trying to, like, swoop between those and figure it out. Oh, well. Maybe I plucked the arrows out of the corpse instantly and didn't notice. That can happen. That absolutely can happen. No question. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, we're at Fontwell Heath, so we should probably stop here. And let's see what happens with those conditions. Daggerfall Unity, you probably don't get the letter, or the letter just doesn't appear, or I don't know, something happens. But the game doesn't crash because of it. Yeah. The quest just doesn't fire properly, that's all. Any person from Daggerfall will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Signed, King Edwyr, Lord of Wayrest. Okay. Good to know. I don't think there's anything we need here. In fact, I'm certain there isn't. So let's just kind of head on through town and continue west. Poke at one more thing. Oops. That'll do it. Okay, west it is. Yes, yes, we're good. Good. West we go. So we are following this road up and over. Then when it splits, we'll continue west. We're just going to kind of run along this main highway all the way up to Murwark Hollow. And then we're almost to Wayrest at that point. It's good stuff. What the hell's an Argonian doing here? Alright, so we got bandits again. Of course. Ow! A knight appears. May Akatosh bless you. I have a feeling. I see the knight. I know where the knight is. That's fine. So I can kill these bandits, though. Pinch 4 gold pieces. Pinch 1 gold piece. Got a plaque of the victim's mother. Dead man's cloak. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Alright. Got them all. That's what I wanted to do. I want to hit them all that way. No big deal. Almost done. Bit by bit. A warrior just died. Warrior? Yes, warrior. Very good. Anything else we need? I don't think... Is that an elven? No, it's a steel saber. Thought for a second it could have been elven. Mithril, though. That is great. Alright, let's get back on the road, since that knight didn't help us, of course. Mildly annoying. Looks great, though. Right. We've arrived at a junction. So in other words, we want to go southwest. So start us along the road. No problem there. More enemies, of course. Centaurs. Should have known. I one-shot that first centaur, though. So. Bit dodgy, you are. We got him, though. What else we got? Money. Of course. What else? Nothing else. That's what. Okay. Well, that should do it. We are actually going to stop right here. It's been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed these 4 hours of Daggerfall. And I intend on playing more soon. But we've tested for Hazelnut whether his travel options plugin, the special version I have, is working, and the answer is yes. So his changes can be rolled into the next main version, and it will eliminate the occasional "you're gonna fly off the road in a random direction" bug, it seems, which is nice.